Not till September. How do I? Hi Maya, how are you? Give me one sec here. You can always update. I don't have a gaming topic. Okay, so let's try again. How are you? I hope you're doing well. What is the problem here? Sorry, I'm learning how to do this. Audience control. I don't care about that. What does that mean? Sorry, I've been in the hospital. Oh, are you out of the hospital now? You can update your gaming. Got it. Okay, now. Are you out of the hospital now? Oh, video settings, da da da.
Baby.
Well, I'm glad you're home. So why is this not letting me? Oh. Sorry, I'm glad you're home now. I hope you are doing well. I was trying to figure out, but it may not let me do it. If it doesn't, it is what it is. What is the problem? It seemed to be on a different topic. What does that mean? Gotta bear with me here a moment. So what is the problem here? Why is this all complicated? Hi, Henhouse. Asias? Is that Asias? Hi, how are you? Give me just one sec. I'm doing this both live and Henhouse, how are you? I appreciate your kind words too on my business. I am going live on TikTok too, because when I do these signs, then I gotta repost them and do all that stuff. So I'm trying to do it both. I'm not sure why. Do I need that up? So I'm learning how to hopefully make this work. We'll see how it goes. So today will be the monthly signs. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it exactly. I want to switch it up a little bit. Still kind of the same cards, same message, but it's been crazy. And once my stuff gets... if you see my message, then give me flying kiss. What is a flying kiss? But hello, Manthan. I'm so excited about your business. It's been going on since October. It's now just starting to get kind of out there, which is fantastic. And I might buy me a coffee. So I'm not monetized yet, so all the ways people can help, I'm make it available in all of my descriptions. I have my Nightbot posted here. I'm working on doing all that stuff. Hi guys on TikTok. I'm going live on YouTube and TikTok. So if I'm back and forth a little bit, it's because I want to give you all the attention you deserve. Also, my kid is home. It's summer break, so be warned if she pops in here and there. It's cropped out on TikTok, so hopefully we'll see. But if it happens, I'm working on Buy Me a Coffee. You just got yours up? Good. You have to do it, So here's the thing. I've been doing DoorDash and stuff like that. You know why I do it? Because one, I can take my kid with me. I can manage my own hours. I have to support my business while I wait for the rest of the world to catch up. And they are, and they will. Things are slowly going, but my car broke down. I've been home for a week, and I was like, I'm going to do my lives and get all caught up. And you know what my energy told me I had to do was rest. Because I worked for a complete month straight. I was absolutely exhausted, and she just went outside of my house. I told her, because I'm going on TikTok, and I know sometimes that can be a pain in the ass, right? So anyways, I took a lot of hits this last week, but it is what it is. The one thing, I haven't been live on TikTok. Oh, Vars, welcome. I have my fun haters that come over on TikTok, so I have many of those. I have a really great community on YouTube. And Vars, I'm sure you miss me so much. It's been 500 years. That's my favorite hater. He says the world is flat and nothing mean. So we just let it ride. Because they're here for the messages too. I don't have a specific preference. I like them both each for different reasons. My YouTube is more long form, more relaxed. My community is much more amazing. They show up, show out, very supportive. And I'm trying to build my YouTube. So on TikTok, I have almost 8,000 followers, which is like in the world of social media is not huge, but at the same time, it's been my day one, right? So yeah, like, it's just much more different. Bars, that's right, honey. You can keep running it up. I'm going to be doing the monthly signs. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Should young men have to go to war to protect you specifically? I don't think young men should be going to war, period, especially the state of everything that's in. However, that is, I'm in Canada, and technically, my point of view, I do have children in the U.S. Well, they're adults now, but at the end of the day, protecting yourself is a whole different thing than going to try to run over people and make things messed up. So, and I think until people are being punished for the torture, all of the things they have done, for all the trauma they've done in this world, until that actually takes place, then the hell with everybody. And honest to God, I wouldn't fight for anybody that's going to protect a pedophile. And that's just my own, call it what you want, and not protect many. Unfortunately, I have no control over that. So what I do is I do my best to be a good parent. I focus on the children and my surroundings. I try to educate people on how we can be more self-aware, regulate ourselves emotionally so we're not stuck in fight or flight. There's a whole bunch of things that I do, that I teach, that I am extremely amazing at. So Vars, you just keep going. You're going to be my only fan on TikTok today, and I love you for it. You just keep on going. Happy New Year. Oh, my Lord. No, because even the Chinese New Year was months ago, I believe. May? April? But yes, every day is a new day. There we go. See, it's working. finally, Nightbot is working. I don't know if it works on TikTok or not, but we're slowly getting there, and that's fantastic. Shanta, welcome. So here's how we're going to do it today. All of my opinions on that kind of stuff is not about, it's about learning how to direct your money, how to spend it. Yesterday was a wonderful day. Yeah, I know. And that's the other thing, right? 250 years. And right now, which one has more viewers? I don't know how to tell how many viewers that I have on TikTok yet. I just downloaded Live Studio. So there's a couple in there. Hi, everybody. I just can't. And Vars is in there constantly typing. So I know I have one fan in there. I don't know where it says it. See, it says 0 there. And then, but obviously people are typing. And then here it says 2, but I can tell that there's 3 or more. So I don't go by the numbers. If I sat there and stressed out over the numbers, yeah, they do. But my whole goal from the very beginning has been about emotional regulation and finding clarity, right? And celebrating each step. And that's even when I do my monthly things, that's what I talk about, which is really important. And I think that at the end of the day, you usually get more emboldened kind of haters. Mind you, it's been pretty good. For the first year or so when I was building TikTok, it was a mess. People were very mean, tried to intimidate you, and they're, when you attack somebody on something they have no control over, like their looks. And I mean, technically, I could put on a ton of makeup and try to hide behind a mask, but the one thing I learned is this is me, and if you don't like the way I look, that's a you problem. I'm happy with me. I love me. And my goal is to teach people how, and it's not even about forcing things on you. If I can get you to ask yourself a question like, is there maybe a better way? I didn't mess this up, but I still think there could be a better way where I'm not left feeling so out of sorts or something like that. If I could make you ask that question for yourself and then celebrate yourself when you make a different choice. See, that's what I mean. So right now my thing says 15. It'll jump from 15 to 30 to 2 to 0. And TikTok still says 0, but I can see where it says people popping in. So I treat every live the same, whether I'm talking to one person or 100. Why do you beg for donations? Have I begged for donations? Is there anything on there that says to donate? I think you jumped in at the wrong time, my friend. But either way, welcome. And if you want to donate, there's more than a million ways for you to donate. Or you could just go to my business and purchase things. It's your choice. Or not. Either way, it's not going to hurt my heart. And if you don't like it, kick rocks. And I mean that in the nicest way. I always live stream. I'm doing my monthly readings, which is a whole other thing. I can't read that. That's half the problem. Keep it going, Vars. I appreciate you. Are you new? Yeah, there's nowhere on there that says that. Why would anyone donate? Well, I don't know. You're the one who suggested it. So you're the one who's got the big thing. Back it up with your wallet. It is fun. Have you been live on your channel? Of course they're a troll, hen. We don't worry about that. Let them troll. Let them ask the questions. It's not going to hurt my feelings. If you're going to donate, though, like, get real. Get me a new car or, pay my rent or do something really big. Like, I don't want you to give me $1. If you can't give me at least $1,000, get lost. Like, come on now. No, she's not talking to you, Osias. No, she's not. She's talking to Aaron Murphy. We're just having a laugh right now. My sarcasm is what brings me joy. Hi, Jordan. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm here on YouTube and on TikTok. I'm about to do the monthly readings. But just kind of having a chat before I get started because it's been a while since I've been live, and I love to see my friends and say hi. So that's where we're at right now. Are you able to show us the black mold in your kitchen and washroom? I am not. And I don't have it. Do you want me to show this last week on live? Oh, you got the wrong person, my friend. I haven't been live on here in months. But have fun. I have to laugh. He is like 12 and totally under 18. Well, I haven't, my live is set for only over 18. So it's got nothing to do with me. I'm not the one allowing them to. So mine's set for 18 or over. So if they join, that's a them problem, not me. I don't give a shit. Sorry, but yeah, you got the wrong one, my friend. All right, so here's what we're doing. Yeah, I don't look at their channels. They're what you call fake channels, even though they show kids on them and all the things. They're troll channels, so they're just set up an automation thing. So, what do they call them? Subscriber farms or whatever. I don't remember what it's called, but they just have 500 phones, and they go in and they send out and they come and do the thing. And the people that do that have nothing better to do with their life. It's just, it's too much. That's what I said. You want to troll and ask stupid questions. I mean, I'll play into it. I'll feed into it for a moment just because it's purely entertainment for me. And just because I'm a sweet soul and so kind doesn't mean I don't mind tapping that ass every once in a while. Or laughing at people when they're stupid. So it's like, it is what it is. People forget that balance means pulling from the divine angels and pulling from that asshole bottom feeder that we both have. We all have the capacity to do any of this. I can donate. Listen, everything on my YouTube, if you go to my profile, my descriptions, there's a million ways to donate. It is there, but go to my website, creativelyguided.ca. You can go to any of my videos. They're all linked there. But if you go to my profile, everything's there. And I will be doing a live probably at least once a week. I can donate. I can't donate. You don't have to donate. I don't ever ask. I put the stuff there because the people that can will. And the people that can't, you're here. You're interacting. Hopefully you've liked and subscribed to my channel, which definitely helps. My first goal is 500. My next one is to hit monetization this year. So all the ways you can help me: watch my older videos, show up, participate, have those conversations, have a little fun. You don't have to take it. You don't offend me. Don't worry. That's all a donation. Your energy is a donation. Your participation, your likes, all that stuff, that's all you need. I'm not here, I'm here whether you donate or not. So I love my people and wholeheartedly show up. Vars, you're such a determined helper. I appreciate you. All right, so you just got sued? Well, that doesn't sound fun. What did you get sued for? Never mind. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. All right. So let's see. Oh, dying to subscribe. You just subscribed. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. My goal is 500 subscribers. When I hit that, obviously we're always moving the goalpost. But the real true end goal, and I actually have it on here for my business, target sales for the year is 50K, which we're probably not going to hit, but, you know, we did put a chunk out of it, which is cool. And then my other goal is 1,000 followers on YouTube, monetization by December 31st. It's okay. Autocorrect is a bitch. I know it very well. Strongest hug ever, please. Oh, Caleb, for you, biggest hug in the whole world. I actually love hugs. I used to hate them. It was very uncomfortable, but now that I have good people in my life, people that show up, my friends, I have many, many good friends that support me. it's a whole different story. Definitely you get an air hug. Big air hug. Just for you. So, all right. So here's what we're doing. We're doing the monthly readings for the signs. I don't know how many we'll get done today. We'll see how well my child behaves, how everything plays out. But now that I have Studio on my computer, it should work out better. But this is how I do it, and I change it a little bit. I'm going to pull a tarot for the energy for whatever sign. So here's on here. I have three kids. 2 adult kids and a young child. But I'm going to pull one of these, and then we'll do the 2 sides of whatever it is, and then we'll go from there. There's 12 to do, so within the next week, we will get through all 12. Today we may get 2 done, we may get 4. We'll see my energy. We'll see how my child behaves, what she's doing. It's summertime, so she's playing outside in her beautiful backyard. So we'll see how long that goes and go from there. But, all right, who are we doing today? We're starting with Aries. Lucky Aries. In case y'all can't see, you have to bear with me because getting organized. So it's been pretty crazy for the last month or so. I did a 30-day live, and that went really well, but I also found that it was exhausting. It was a lot, and the timing was really hard. Have a great day. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. The timing was really hard. The commitment was too much for me. I want to be able to get things done, but I got to be able to do them in my own time. I do like to do the live, so I can clip the smaller videos, but I also have too much going on, right? I got to do my business stuff. I do networking events. I go and have those conversations. There's a lot that goes on that keeps me really, really busy. So when I'm doing all the stuff, trying to sit out and adjust appointments and all those things and meetings and building my website, still doing the production, trying to build my YouTube. It is a lot. And I didn't want to... Ooh, Queen of Swords. They're telling the truth. Queen of Swords says I'm telling the truth. Honest, truthful, candid, and protective, which is very true. So, you know, it's a lot. I want to be able to do it when I can do it. And once my car is fixed, hopefully Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to have to haul ass because, you know, when you have a little bit of an emergency fund set aside, that's now gone because I had to pay for the car. So it's about rebuilding. So it's balancing and then getting my own me time in there, right? So figuring out how to do that is a constant balancing act, and that's life. That's the way life is. Amanda, hello, how are you? And when life is like that, that's good. And the idea is that you're learning how to rebalance, reprioritize. That should be an everyday thing. It was just 23:32 as I said that. Things are bound to get out of balance. It happens, and that's okay. It's learning how to adjust, maneuver, and see our way through it. Sorry, I just got to peek outside. My kiddo's out there somewhere. We got a fence-in, really high fence-in backyard, so it's super nice. And she gets to play and hang out. Oh, what are we doing here? All right, so we're going to talk about Aries, and I just want to have the energy. Before I start with the other cards, I kind of want the energy of what July is going to look like for them, what's best to focus on. Okay, so we got apprenticeship, so learning how to be patient. Okay, I should, this is for Aries, which is kind of weird, and I'm going to show them just the way they are. So we got the Page of Swords, so learning what your truth is, truly, learning how to be patient with yourself, getting out of the defeat, the surrender. We're getting out of victimhood, right? Learning how to learn new things, how to show up a little bit better, collaborate with others, work together, and open that heart, right? Learn that to be kind and loving and all the things doesn't mean you have to let people take advantage of you or hurt you. And understanding that all towers are not horrible. So just because you're going through a tower in your life doesn't mean your life is over. It's Sunday morning. Nobody has energy how much makeup you put on. Jimmy, you gotta figure out your life. If you see makeup on here, you're funny. So this is TikTok over here when you hear me. Yeah. So you're learning how to build your foundation and understand that it doesn't matter what people have to say. You don't worry about those. You don't focus on those. And you also are remembering that people are going to be people no matter what it is. Because these days, people don't understand what it's like to be a real human. And they think when they sit behind a keyboard that they can say or do anything. But that shit don't bother us. We ain't got time, energy, or patience for it. So you just show your own true character. And, you know, Aries is starting to see that. You do you. When you learn to stay in your own lane and focus, that's a good thing. Hi, Hazel. Monamira. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Welcome. When you stay in your own lane, you ain't got time or energy for that shit. I've stopped focusing on people and working on myself. Yeah. That's what I think that's what Aries is doing. And the tower, everyone's like, oh my God, the tower is so horrible. Okay, yeah, it doesn't always feel good in the time, but you gotta remember, when you got to the tower, it's because you ignored all of those nudges. How are you? I hope you're doing well, Michelle. You know, it means you ignored all those whispers, all those hints, all those intuitive nudges that said, hey, you might want to stop doing that. You might want to refocus, take a moment, right? So, and that's okay because we all do it. The universe will always give you a little nudge, a little nudge, a little nudge. Then you ignore it and you keep doing the dumb shit, whatever it may be. And it doesn't matter whether it's a thought process, whether it's smoking, drinking, partying. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, it could be anything, but you're going to get nudges. And if it doesn't feel good or you don't feel good while you're doing it or after you're doing it, it's probably not the best thing, right? And you're starting to realize that that tower was just because you were not listening. But that tower, when it crumbles, you know what happens? It crumbles and you can rebuild again. And what I teach and what I talk about is learning how to rebuild. And trust you me, I'm the queen of it. Eclipse in Pisces, free will, serve your higher purpose. You're understanding that that tower was not torture, it was not a punishment, it was none of those things. It allowed you to build, to grow, to see what you have, who you are as a person. You're not sitting in grief. You're understanding what it is, and you're learning to build from it, which is fantastic. That's a good thing. It's your free will, yours. Nobody but yours. And because of the gift of free will that we were given when we were created, we have the choice to make good decisions or bad decisions. And either way, Zorina, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. When we learn these things and learn how to understand them, you change your perception. You start to understand that this is not as bad as it seems. And I just think that whatever it is that this is Aries right now we're doing. Whatever it is that you've been going through, you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't mean you're there, but it means that you're seeing it and you're starting to get a different perspective, which is good. Because when we can change that perspective and find the silver lining in anything, and then you got a new romantic cycle begins. Now, I want you to understand something. This romantic cycle, when people see that, they don't seem to understand that it doesn't have to be, it doesn't mean that you're going to date somebody or start something new. It could, but what it means is you're starting to understand that for any of that to come to pass, I have to like myself. I have to love myself. I have to not look at the bottom of the deck. Don't let your past hold you back. Okay? You're understanding that whatever you learned in the past, whatever crumbled, whatever didn't fit in, it's all a part of you. It's who you are. It's made you who you are. And when you start understanding that, You look at yourself differently. You look at your actions. You don't punish yourself anymore for those things. You say, yeah, that probably wasn't my best go-round, but I can do it differently this time, because every day I have the opportunity to make a different choice. And as long as I keep using that free will that I was gifted with and use it to choose to do better, to show up, to learn the lessons from all the screw-ups. Because guess what? Those screw-ups, they didn't just happen. They happened because we missed something, because we weren't paying attention, because our ego thought that we could do it better, right? There's a million reasons. I'm just giving a couple examples. But at the end of the day, when you're sitting in the rubble of that tower and you understand, man, this could have been my absolute worst. I could have died. This could have happened. All these things could have happened. But here I am, still here, and I'm catching a different way. So you're learning to show up and understand yourself and how those towers happen. You're learning how to not sit in the grief and the despair and the victimhood of why is the world doing this to me, and now you're turning it inward. Oh, that was cute. I don't know how that happened, but that was weird. But you're learning how to do that. And when you understand that and you don't take it from, they did this to me, to what did I do that made that happen, right? What is it that's happening in my life that makes me go, they did that to me? Because what's happening is the universe just mirrors back to you, right? Whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, 3113, the mirror, right? Whatever you're doing. So if you're chaotic and you're upset and the whole world's attacking you on the inside and that's what you feel, guess what's going to be mirrored back to you out there? Right? You're starting to understand. When I check in with myself and say, okay, could I have done that better? Could I have made a different decision there? Okay, we're not going to get hung up on there and be like, oh, I'm stupid, that was horrible. We're going to say, okay, now I know I could have made better choices. I could have done this. And instead of beating myself up for it, I'm going to, next time, make a different choice, right? Doesn't mean you're going to have all the right choices, but you're going to choose differently because you noticed it, you recognize it. We're not punishing ourselves anymore because we celebrate it. I understand now. I'm going to focus on something and move forward. So here's a good, so this is the perfect card that could have possibly came out for the gratitude. So this is what to focus on this month, because as we're learning that these towers that came across weren't horrible. They're to open your heart chakra and start understanding and seeing yourself. And I truly think that you're starting to get it. And that's good. That's all it takes, right? Is awareness and the want to do something different. So the affirmation that's going to go with the gratitude one for the month is, be faithful to that which exists within yourself. Notice what it is about you. And that's what you're doing. You're starting to see you. The parts of you that, all of our best parts, there's a negative connotation, right? That's that balance. It just is what it is. So there's going to be a mirror image of that. So if you think you're this amazing person and your loyalty and your honesty and all those things are what you are, the capacity, the center of you, that also means you have the capacity to lie, to do these other things, right? So, sent a shard of hope. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I don't know if it's just lagging, but my thing is going crazy. So I mean it the best way possible. If I miss it, I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm just, I'm learning to work with the TikTok Live. I've never used it before here, so we'll see if it goes well. We don't want a video anymore. We did not want your video. Can you stop? I'm not grown up. I'm a teenager. Well, then leave. This is meant for 18 or older. I'm not here to kiss anybody's ass, honey. So with all the best, enjoy your day and kick rocks. Now, return to an affirmation throughout the day that reinforces the parts of you that you would most want others to know. So just like I said, we have the capacity to be, I'm still listening, I'm still learning how to use, oh man. So on the phone, it's a lot easier, but this thing is, oh yeah, I don't give a shit about it. That the people that are rude are the people that have nothing better to do, but they're also part of a group of people. I shall not mention names, but they're doing it specifically because when you're speaking truth, people don't like to hear it because that means you have to have personal accountability. And that just takes too much energy And Aries learned this the hard way. They really did learn this the hard way. And obviously the higher vibrational Aries have been through this stage already. But the reason we're talking about this stage right now is because there's a lot of people that are starting to wake up. So the Aries that are already high vibrational, that kind of know where they're at, they're not going to show up on my live and be like, oh, this is bullshit. I've already been through that stage. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, that was me like 5 months ago. That was me a year ago, right? So I appreciate that. I know I have great advice because I've been through it. When I teach people and I tell people, I've already been through the trenches. Not once, not twice, 100 times. And even at my worst, I was always trying to help other people.
Mom, here went on to my kids. He's my baby.
You are my baby. What are you eating?
Chocolate.
Okay, where do you keep getting chocolate from? Oh, you got the chocolate. She's got my stash of chocolates. Little shithead. Goga, how are you? Under 18 is not permitted here yet. And pull. Pull in raid. You're going to go pull in raid. What is pull? Red's room. Oh my God, I love you guys. I missed you so much. Red and Helen. Oh my Lord. All my friends, I missed you. How are you? We're just doing Aries right now. Who is pull? Wait, pull in raid. I don't know. Pull in raid. Goga, did you change your name? No, it still says Yoga with Goga. Please step out. Thank you so much. I'm doing TikTok and this, so I didn't have to keep posting. Congratulations on monetization, Red. Trini, how are you? Oh, I miss you guys so much. I know I've been talking a lot. I'm probably going to be here for a while, and I'm learning the balance here. And again, this is where my people are always, but I'm also learning to cut time, which is why I'm doing it. Goga and Kello raid. Okay, the pull-in raid had me all messed up. How are you? I missed you guys. I don't know who pull is. Pull-in raid. Anyways, I got sidetracked. But Goga and Kello. Okay. Thank you. Feels good to be back. I know you never really left. You're the king. You already... Listen, it was destined for you no matter what you did because you already had it. Me, I'm still balancing it out. I've never given up. I don't have give up in a bone in my body. But... I did have to take a break. And actually God forced me into a break. I'll tell you about that in a minute here. It's Kay's mom doing witchcraft on him. Okay, I'm going to tell you a secret. Before I get through all of this, I don't know who Kay is, but I'm going to tell you something right now. If you're worried about someone doing witchcraft on you, you know what you got to do? Pray. That's it. You don't have to go focus on anything. If you're doing, here's the thing. If I'm wishing you bad energy and saying, oh, I don't even know. I can't even think of something really bad right now. But if I'm wishing you bad energy, the only way it sticks to you is if you choose to pick it up. That's like if I call you a name or someone else comes in and calls me a name, and I can let it weigh me down and hurt my feelings and go cry about it. Or I can say, that ain't me. Like, I could care less. Witchcraft only works when you buy into it. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't manipulate things in the time, energy, and space. But when you're walking with a high vibration, doesn't mean you have to be perfect like God. It doesn't mean any of that. But when you're doing good things, when they hit, there's always going to be a bounce back. And I promise you, God will protect you all the way. Thanks so much for landing safely. Oh, I miss all you guys. David, how are you? Where's the okra? Where's the okra? Oh, I miss you guys so much. It has been a crazy month, and I will get into it. No, I understand what you're asking me. But what I'm trying to tell you is witchcraft only sticks if you're doing something that allows it to stick. So, for instance, okay, let's just say drinking. So I'm out drinking, partying with the friends, you know, and somebody's like, I wish them to get into a car accident. Well, that would not happen if you weren't getting into drive. So there's a whole situation of circumstances that has to allow it to happen. But if you're living your life and you're just doing you, don't worry about it. And if you feel that way, cleanse your energy. That's all you do. You cleanse your energy. Go have a salt bath. Pray. Right? Say, I believe in myself. Focus on you and building yourself up. And that's just all you can do. You can't control what somebody else is ever going to do. And if you sit there and worry about it, you're going to hinder yourself. Blessed, my love, how are you? Oh, I miss you guys so much. So I'm going to tell you, before I go on, sorry, Aries, you're getting cut off a little bit, because we're going to have a little story time, because I want you to understand. There are people out there who, no matter what you do, no matter what good you put out, no matter what it is, say there's a past version of you, which there's a million of them, by the way, where you used to party, you used to do this, and that's, some people will only hold on to that version of you. No matter what you do, you could turn into a millionaire, be far ahead, but they're going to be like, I remember that asshole used to get drunk and do stupid shit, and no matter what you say or do, they get stuck in that version, okay? And hey, oh, I love you guys so much. But they're going to hold on to that. And what happens is when they talk about that past version of you, and they're putting it out there in these rumors and the stories and all the things, because that's what people like that do, because they're not self-aware and they don't understand. They're going to hold on to that. And if you allow something, you're going to be like, nah, that was me 10 years ago. Like, obviously, I'm not doing that shit now. I'm building my life. I'm building my family. I'm doing all the things. And they're going to like, no, you're not. You're stupid. You're still that drunk that did this, whatever, right? And if you allow them to hold on to that, or you try to prove yourself, you're allowing them to stick that to you. But if you're like, I already know who I am and I'm centered on me, is there something that I could do better? Every single day, there's going to be something you can do better. But am I showing up every day? And can I look at myself in the mirror and be like, hey, no matter what happens, I'm doing my best. So here's the best thing that I can explain to you. I have friends, I still have family that are like, you know, she used to party and do this. Oh, man, I used to party with the best of them. I was always mama bear, though. Didn't matter. I could be fall down drunk, ready to go, and if we left with 10 people, we left the bar with 10 people. We made sure, I was the one that made sure everybody got home safely. What you did after that was your own thing. But, you know, the heart, the core of you, no matter what you're doing to mess up, doesn't change. And if you allow people's perception to hinder that or hold you back, that's when you get stuck, right? And when you take those things that you've done in the past, Ocean, how are you? Oh my God, all my favorites are here. I love you so much. I miss you guys. When you hold on to that and you allow people to use that as something to make you feel less than, to box you in, that's when that witchcraft, that's when that negative, because witchcraft, by the way, isn't good or bad inherently. It's not. It's what your intention is. I could be like, hey, how are you? Fantastic. And be like, thinking in my brain, oh, they're a horrible person. I can't stand them. And of course, I'm being fake because I'm not telling you the truth or being honest. But my intention is not the, hey, how are you? The intention is like, F you, da-da-da. Sexy punk. I can't read that. But welcome. Hi, how are you? So no matter what's happening, I believe intention is this. Witchcraft, magic, prayer. By the way, magic is in everything we speak, think, and do. So when manifestations come in or don't, it's because in our brain we're thinking, I don't know if I deserve this. I don't know. I'm still worried. I'm holding on to this. Do I deserve that? Do I understand that? And then our mouth is saying, I want $1 million and I want my business to do well and all this. That's what I thought. Stephanie, how are you? I was trying the sexy punk, but didn't it used to be punk rocker? How are you? I hope you're doing well. But I'm glad you guys are here. I miss you so much. It has been crazy. So this is where we get into story time before I go crazy. I started doing DoorDash because, one, I have my business. It is slowly going up, and it is actually getting there. But when you're trying to build roots in the community and all those things, you have to, there's a lot more volunteering. Can we not tear the place apart, please? Sorry, she says. There's a lot of things happening. You're volunteering here, you're helping here, and you're doing a lot of free things. We're doing really, really well. We went through a lot of transition in the last year or two, specifically the last year, but my business getting built and all those things, it was starting to go, okay, I'm talking, You either go outside and play or turn on your TV because you're not going to distract me today. I love you. We made a deal and you have to stick with it. So I did DoorDash because I can bring my child with me. I can have a little bit of fun. We can take our breaks every 2 hours, whatever. Work a couple hours, do that. I don't have to worry about missing something to go to the appointments, the networking events, all the things that come, the volunteering things, the things that come with building your business and getting out in the it's Shout Out Sunday. So I'm shouting, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So it gave me the freedom to do that. So, but also I was working my butt off because I wanted to get ahead of the game. Okay, and this is where the mindset and the understanding changes, and this is why I want you to really understand what I'm trying to talk about here. I love hearing your channel. Oh, I appreciate. I missed all you guys. I've been going crazy trying to get it done. But I get stuck in a process when I don't have a plan of action. And if you watch my video, which I posted on YouTube, so you guys probably wouldn't have seen it, but I was working my butt off for an entire month and driving and just going crazy. And I knew my car needed work, and they told me, well, it should hold up because my parts were supposed to be there like a couple days. So I'm in BC right now. Are you still in Ontario? But they're like, keep going, it's fine. The parts will be in Friday. You can drop the car off and it'll be good. And I was like, okay. So we're driving and it was crazy. Like when I tell you the traffic was retarded, there were so many accidents that day. And I mean bad accidents, like crunch cars, ambulances, traffic blocked. It was just insanity. And I was doing DoorDash with my daughter. And I'm thinking, man, I hope that part gets here. All of the things, right? And I'm going through it. I'm worried about getting ahead because I just need to get ahead. So I have some breathing room. I can take time to get caught up on my YouTube so I can get caught up on all of those things, right? Because as you're trying to balance things out, you got to figure out the extreme here, and then eventually you bring it into balance. And that is a process that we all know that is what I'm the queen of. So when it gets out of balance, I don't freak out that much because I know it's going to happen. But I was putting some things off, not purposely, but waiting, hoping that, if I can wait till they fix the car, I'll have that couple days. I can use those couple days and, that kind of thing. And in my brain, it seemed like a good plan. Well, God had did not like my plan and said, nope, we're not going to do it that way. And so, first of all, I'm driving, we're doing this thing, and I keep getting these crazy, far out of the way orders, but you don't know them. I guess you can go in and search, but I don't have time or energy for that. I just go, we're going on an adventure. So we just hit approve and go for it, right? But it kept taking me out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, man, this is like weird. But it was good because we were missing all the traffic and all the things. And I'm like, okay, like this ain't so bad. It's kind of peaceful. I ain't got to deal with the traffic. And then we're driving up this little mountain road and the whole wheel, like the connector that connects the wheel to the axle so you can control it, the front passenger side came off, right? Like the wheel didn't go flying from the car, but it came off. So you can't drive, you can't move. And I was in the middle of nowhere, like absolute nowhere. And I'm thinking of all the times we were in the middle of traffic, and I'm talking hundreds of cars just backed up. It took us like 2 hours to go 3 kilometers, which is like a mile and a half tops. Okay. So when I tell you how bad it could have been if that came off in the middle of traffic with all those accidents that were already happened, people were so aggressive, and it came out. And then not only did this random stranger come down from this house way up, and I was like, I can't move the car, I'm calling a tow truck, and they're like, don't worry about it. And I thought they were coming for their food, and it wasn't even him. And then the man says, okay, do you want me to help you? And I'm like, I have to deliver this food to the person that's waiting. I have to call a tow truck. I need a minute, right? And I'm sorry I'm blocking your driveway because it's like a really long, windy driveway. And the man's like, no problem. He's like, I'll take the food. Send me the address. So I screenshot it. He delivered the food, which was amazing. I called the customer and let them know. They called me back, got my food. Thank you so much. And they tipped me. And I was like, what? Then the man was like, do you need anything? I'm like, I'm waiting for a tow truck. He drove us in town to Walmart. I didn't want him to drive us all the way because we were way far out. And I was like, we can take the bus home. It's no problem. But the mechanic, the mechanic's like, yep, don't worry about the tow truck. I'm like, I only have this much money so far. I can send you all of it. Like, I don't know what to do. He's like, don't worry about that. Just, we'll get the car here. Your stuff's supposed to be here on Monday. The idea of how devastating that it could have been and how bad that scenario could have been, and then how smoothly that it went. Right now, my car's been gone for a week and a half. I was supposed to catch up on my lives, do my clips and all that stuff. And what I got was, no, it's time to rest, like legit rest. So we had Canada Day fun. By the way, my parts, they sent the wrong parts, so they had to ship them back. So I've been out for a week and a half. So financially, the hit has been a little hard, but it's not. You were brought to the right people. You have no idea. Like, that man came down, he helped us, wouldn't take a dime, took us where we had to go, was super kind. The mechanic said, don't worry about the tow truck, we'll square up after. Like, I'm not getting things for free, but that situation could have been so shitty. It could have been so detrimental. It could have been it could have killed us, right? There were so many other places where it could have happened. I wasn't near the edge of a cliff, and if you see some of the mountain roads and stuff out here, you'll understand. But there could have been a million places that it could have went. It was in somebody's long driveway. It was out of the way. There was not a busy place, and I thought that I would have the car back before Friday. Thank you, baby. But I'm talking. So
Can I have some Oreos?
where's your Oreos? So go get them. So needless to say, all this happened. It was beneficial. Then I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, I got to get back to work. I got to do this. I got to catch up because the financial hits are coming and I still have a business to support. While I wait for the world to catch up. I still have my YouTube and all that stuff. I'm trying to balance everything out, and all my brain is doing is, oh my God, I got to get back to work. Oh my God, I got to do this. And oh my God, I got to do that. And the whole point of the story is I did nothing for almost the entire week. Mashindra, hello, Mom. Probably not your mom, but you can call me. I've been called worse. So welcome. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I'm being told to rest. I'm being told to switch it up, to do things differently, but not rush it. I need to focus on me first. And so we did nothing. We went to Canada Day, and usually we would like go with a group of people. We would meet with our friends and all those things. We didn't do that. I went with my kiddo, and I got to see all of my friends, every single one of them, at different times throughout the day. But it was genuine hugs, genuine, oh my God, I missed you so much. Grace was so excited to see them. It was just so warm and so welcoming and exactly what I needed, right? When you're always the one who has to figure things out and you got to build this and you got to do this, it was like I was being held, right? And I needed that because, when you're the one that always has it together, and many, many of you know this, especially if you resonate with me on any level, when you're always the one who has it together, who figures it out, who does all the things, people don't check on you. They don't worry about you. You got it under control. You'll be fine. Everything's good. And my friends kind of rallied around me. So many people came to check in on me, send me messages. Goga, literally messaging me. We just want to make sure you're okay. How are you doing? We miss you. And people genuinely cared, right? And it was just nice to see that. And yes, there's still going to be a struggle. There's still going to be this. There's still rebuild. There's still all of the things that have to come. But I've been doing that for so long that it's like, hi, Ethereal, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I missed you all so much. When you start to understand that, you can see things from a completely different perspective. I don't have to worry about, the goal is balance, right? I teach it, I talk about it more than anything. Okay, go sit down. And you're getting chocolate on you, kid. The goal is always balance, but I had to understand it from a different perspective. I'm the queen of balance. I'm the queen of making it happen. You can pile it on, pile it on, pile it on, and I'm going to find a way. But the point was, you don't have to always find a way. My landlord is, I don't want to say they don't, landlord was easy to communicate with, was easy to talk to and work something out because something happened, emergencies happened. My mechanic was human and saw, things happen. So there, in a world where everybody could be a million things, money this, do this, I need this now. In a world where all of that could have happened, I was surrounded by people who were like, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about that right now. That's not your problem to deal with. You focus on getting you home, doing you, focus on you, focus on you, focus on you. We got you covered. And when I tell you that kind of, it's, for someone like me, that's just not something that happens, okay? So the understanding for all these things is like, those people are there to support you if you allow it. If you wake up and if you see, as long as I'm doing my very best, what I may not have it all the time, all the things may not come out perfectly, but when it counts and in those crisis moments, in those times when things should be so friggin' crazy, it's actually peaceful. I enjoyed my time off. I got time to spend with my kiddo and hang out and be lazy, hang out with the kids and the neighbors and have people over and no craziness. There was no stress. That balance, being out of balance, was just a reminder that no matter how far it goes, as long as you're still trying and you're showing up and you're understanding and you get rid of the expectation and you just learn to roll with the punches, you're going to learn so many other things, not only about yourself and your capabilities, but you're going to learn there are people out there always willing and wanting to support you. And that's what I learned. And I'm still waiting for my car, so I'm trying to now get some of this done. But I couldn't. I was supposed to do my live yesterday, and I'm literally hearing, no, it's not time yet. No, it's not time yet. And it's because I needed to figure a way to balance this, so I wasn't trying to juggle this, juggle that. So now, my lives will never be timed as in however long I'm going to go live or when they're going to go live, as in no schedule. And the reason is because there's too much expectation. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do a bunch of them. What it means is when I do them, it's got to be how I feel good about it. Because if I can't show up to you 100%, giving exactly what I feel I need to give, then I'm not gonna be happy with it. Y'all aren't gonna be happy with it. I don't like to do anything half-assed. That's me personally, and I'm sure most of us don't. I don't have to be perfect, but I have to know that when at the 57, thank you. At the end of the day, I'm showing up and I'm showing up wholeheartedly, and that makes such a difference for everything. And being unbalanced is not a hindrance, right? Being unbalanced means every time you step forward, every time you build, every time you move forward and add something to your life, there's going to be an imbalance. It's going to happen. It just is what it is, right? So then you have to find the balance so that you can work it in and stay, keep it moving, right? Hi, Sunny. How are you? Welcome. So beautiful. Oh, thank you. I have my moments. Trust me. I appreciate that. But being out of balance means you're growing. It means you're learning. It means you're moving forward. And it means that you have the capacity to do that. And that should be the most exciting thing in the whole world, because at the end of the day, you're adding, right? We're not, the things that aren't meant to be fall away. And that comes with the balance. And that's so important. Creativity, I love your shirt. Thank you. This is my Valentine's shirt, but it's become my go-to. It makes me very, very happy. I love the heart, and that's what I am. I'm a walking heart. Good, bad, or ugly, that's what I am, right? So, what, Grace? You can't or can? Okay, good job. Sorry, bathroom talk with my kiddo. That is life. That is real deal life. So this story actually kind of makes me laugh because it led right into Aries here. So, and the reason I'm giving it. So these are what came out for Aries. Oops. Oh, and right underneath it was juggling, learning how to balance, which is literally what I'm talking about. Okay, so we were talking about the tower and stuff with Aries, right? Um, Everything's an apprenticeship. Oh, I forgot to do it over here. Sorry, guys. The towers aren't always bad, right? That tower could have been really bad. I could have broke down my car in the middle of traffic. We could have been smashed up. Like, it could have been devastating. But that tower was like, we told you it was time to sit down. But I know that you don't deserve the devastation. I'm not saying that anybody ever does in an accident. I need you to understand. But for someone that's always used to chaos, always used to the other shoe falling and how bad that it is. Now, learning to balance and learn your way through that, to trust, is hard. That is a hard lesson to, it's a hard thing to do, right? Learning to trust yourself and trust in the kindness of others and all those things, trust in the universe. That is one of the hardest things we'll ever learn to have to do, right? So, learning this and understanding this, it's like we don't sit in defeat, right? I could have sat there at the end of the driveway not knowing what to do, and all of the steps came clear and all of the things just fell into place. Click, 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 right? And that happens because that idea, that thought isn't the world is ending, right? It's how can I trust in the kindness of others? How can I understand that what I'm doing and how I show up in the world is going to reflect back to me? You're starting to understand, and this is Aries, by the way, those towers are a way to start understanding, to learn yourself, to focus inward. What have I been putting out into the world? How do I show up for myself? How do I care for myself? How do I maneuver and treat people, right? Am I always being kind? Am I standing by my word? Am I doing everything in my power with integrity, right? I know that. I know that's who I am. So there was no question. I still didn't know what I thought was going to happen, but instead of focusing on all the ways that could have went bad, it's like, okay, let's see how it goes, right? And that's what's happening. You're starting to trust the universe has you. When you're showing up and doing the right things, the universe is going to have your back 1000%. That's why these gratitude, the affirmation, man, I feel so heavy when I haven't done my affirmations. When I'm not speaking my greatness, and every time I say I'm showing up today, and I'm gonna do this a little better. I'm gonna make sure I get my 10 minutes of exercise in. I'm gonna make sure I am out in the sun today. I'm committed to doing these things because it makes me feel good, right? I'm going to spend time with my daughter. I'm going to go outside and play, and we're going to have fun, right? Those are things that I'm committing to for my own balance. And yes, I always spend time with you. So learning how to understand that and take any of those things that need balance and speak it into existence. Because when you speak it into existence, you honor yourself, right? Your body shows up. Miss Grace, I love you, and we will spend time, but right now this is my work time, right? So we need to understand that balance, and you made the agreement, so you got to follow through. All right, so these affirmations, and I'm going to read it to you exactly the way it is, but I want you to understand exactly why. Okay, return to an affirmation throughout the day that reinforces the parts of you that you would most want others to know. Aries, that's what you're doing. Now it says, I am blank, blank, and capable of anything, right? Because this tower, you may be reflecting on some of the other towers and going, where does that fit in? How does that fit in, right? And that's going to happen, by the way. As you're learning and growing, you're going to reflect on them. And as long as you're not punishing yourself for them, right, you're taking the silver lining and saying, I'm not going to let that weigh me down, but I am going to carry the lesson. I really want to know what that is, you know. So I am blank. I'm strong. I am happy. I am capable of anything. I am kind. I'm full of integrity, and I'm capable of anything. And I don't care what it is. I want you to reframe it. Whatever, if it's something that you feel like maybe you're not that yet, what do you want to be? What is it that you want the whole world to see and understand about you? And I don't care. Write it down. Write it down. Get a notepad. Do what I do. The little sticky notes. I kid you not. The little sticky notes. They're stuck up everywhere. I'm amazing. I'm abundant. I'm creative. I'm happy. I'm strong. I'm always finding the silver lining. There's a million. Okay? And the idea is, this is who I am. You're learning that when I speak this, when I show up, it shows up back. It becomes mirrored back to me. You're understanding those towers weren't punishment. They were trying to teach you something. And a lot of times our ego punishes us so much because it's trying to protect us, by the way. We're not here to punish the ego. We're not here to question or beat it up or judge it, because the ego is also there for your protection. It also builds your confidence and allows you to speak out and do other things. I bet you doing those daily help you remember. Oh, I do it all the time. It's all I talk about. And if I haven't said thank you, which is really, really funny, tear free. Oh, I like that name. Welcome, welcome. If I haven't said thank you 100 times a day to God, to the universe, to just everything, to my daughter, to myself, if I haven't done that, I feel heavy. Me personally, I feel heavy. And the reason is, every morning before school, when we're driving to school, Miss Grace and I, thank you, God, for the beautiful sky. Thank you, God, for the trees. Look at those beautiful clouds. Look at the sun. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for, we love you, God. Thank you for the beautiful breakfast. This is like literally how it is at the end of the day. Thank you for such a beautiful day. And when things get busy and they get chaotic, what are the first things to go? Those affirmations, those gratitude, right? It's like, I'm busy, I gotta do this, right? Me, I've always made it a thing. So even when I'm driving, even when I get those like crazy far away things that make things feel heavy, I'm like, thank you for this. I'm learning, all right? I could be in traffic right now, being upset, being worried, but I get to drive out in the country and it's a little farther away and I get some peace of mind. Like, there's always a positive. And if we're not looking at that, it can weigh us down really quickly. So the reason I preach the daily affirmations, I have my actual journal, my guided journal on my website, the 60 Days of I Am in Gratitude. It's a guided journal, but it really is helpful, and people are starting to notice it. I really want to get it published or find a way to publish so it'll be a physical copy too. I'm working on that, but I'm working on a lot of projects. So I have a lot of cool stuff on my website. I seem to procrastinate a lot. I want to draw, but I can't begin. I also feel I need to do identity shifting, becoming into something creative and disciplined. Okay, so first of all, I don't think that, I think you're putting too much discipline on it. I'm not saying to not be disciplined, okay? There are many ways to show up. But when you put that weight on yourself, that pressure, you're trying to rise. Okay, you have the whole world's expectation, you got all this thing, life is lifing, all the things, and then your expectation pushing you down constantly. Okay, and because you didn't do it perfectly, how your own mind is saying, I need to do it exactly this way, I need to do it that way, you start weighing yourself down, and then you're beating yourself up, and then it's just so much heavier to climb out. So instead of I need to do this, what's something I can add that will get me in that direction? Maybe I need to look up how that works. Maybe I need to just get my sketch pad out and a pencil, and we're not going to draw a picture today. We're going to just scribble. We're going to just see where it guides me, right? There's something that you could add, and then add it for a minimum of 60 days, right? That doesn't mean you can't add more, but until you're comfortable, just add that one thing. Don't focus on anything but that. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. The whole world's out there to pressure you. There's a million things that can happen, right? And that's when the towers start hitting. And we create them ourselves because we place that expectation, right? You don't have to show the world. You don't have to freak out about it. You just got to add one thing. Add one thing. And then when you feel like that's balanced out, See, me, I do it all the time. I have 25 things on the go, and I'm always adding this and I'm adding that because I'm in a position right now where I'm building a business, waiting for the world to catch up. And when you're waiting for the world to catch up, you have to take the criticism, you have to take the adjustments, you have to change, you have to maneuver, you have to keep going, even when the whole world's going, "Ma, F this," right? Because you don't know. Hold on, I forgot TikTok in the puzzle piece. But there's a whole many things. You have to validate yourself because you can't sit around waiting for the world to validate you, right? So as you, sorry, I'm trying to, dropping a rose to every Canadian. I'll try that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yes, we need to do that for all the Americans too. They need some love. It was just the 4th of July. That's so sweet though. How do I lose that pressure? Like I paint in bits. I paint one piece in 1 week, but if I give it, you just forget it. Or that's what I'm saying. Just take 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever you can allot it. Set that schedule. 10 minutes, I'm going to get my canvas out. 10 minutes, I'm going to get my sketchbook out. And I'm going to have my pencil or whatever. And I'm going to scribble. I'm just going to commit to scribbling. Because when you put that expectation, that great idea that was right there, it's weighed down by everything else. You're setting yourself a goal and you're going to show up and do it. Okay, you're painting. You may not get that painting done right now, but if you show up for 10 or 15 minutes each day and you pull out that sketch pad, if you pull out whatever it is and start scribbling, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to just doodle and scribble, and then when you're done, you're going to look at that masterpiece that you've created, and that's when things start coming. And when the inspiration strikes, follow it. Don't punish yourself. Don't say, I need an hour. Just, oh, well, I can paint for 20 minutes right now, and then if I get this started, and then every time you see that thing that you've started, you're going to come back to it and be like, oh, if I just add this little bit, because you're inspiring yourself. You're showing up for yourself, but you're not going to do that if you don't commit that time, right? And that time of nothingness, of opening my eyes, opening my heart, and just saying, if I just scribble and see where it leads me, no thoughts, no worry, no anxiety, no pressure. And I promise you, if you continue to do that, it might feel weird for the first, 10, maybe 5 days. You got to commit. You got to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I got my sketch pad out. Don't worry about painting or whatever right away. Just get the sketch pad out. That's what you're going to commit to. Start something small. Don't punish yourself. Show up and do it. Oh, I didn't scribble anything today. Well, that's just, who cares? I committed to that 10 minutes and I did that 10 minutes. And then you celebrate yourself. This is the whole thing. Okay, I only got the sketch pad out and the pencil. I didn't do shit other than that. Okay, so what? I did what I said I was going to do. Now tomorrow maybe we'll scribble, right? Or take your sketchbook, right? I do a lot of scribbling and jotting, and trust me, I do all kinds of stuff that keeps me motivated. But if you have one little area, a little safe space area, right? Like my desk right now is my one area. Take your sketch pad and set it down, and every time you walk by it, you're going to see it. And just leave the pencil laying out on top of it. Maybe I'll just sit down and scribble this out. So find what works for you. But the important thing is, if I commit to that, if I leave it where I see it, when I'm feeling frustrated, if I go to that notepad, does that help me clear my mind? Does that help me let that go? And if it does, then that's exactly where you start, right? We all have different ways and we all have different tools. And it's not about judging the tool or where it's coming from. It's about finding what works, okay? And what works, by the way, might work for the first 20 times. And then as you advance, it's like, yeah, that doesn't work anymore. Now I need to get my paints out or whatever. But you create one space that allows you to do that. My daughter likes to trace pics, and she finds on the internet and color it. And now she's, but there's no expectation. It's something that she likes to do, and she's just taking that on, right? She traces it over the laptop screen. Yeah, I like to watch a YouTube painting tutorial and pause 100 times. Yeah, like however works for you. There's so many different ways, but I feel like your stress is more about you're trying to put this expectation and you want to paint more and do that. The hard part is really just to sit and begin. That's my whole point. So the meditation, by the way, so I love Goga. When I tell you, and the meditation, the way he does it is phenomenal. My brain does not allow me to sit in absolute silence. My daughter does not allow me to do that. So I've had to find ways of doing self-care other ways. However, when we're cleaning, when we're dancing, putting on music, and just closing your mind allows you to clear that space. Meditation works for you, right? So if you commit that 10 minutes a day to sit down with that sketch pad, just sit down with it, right? Show up. I did it. I didn't accomplish really anything, but I did it. I stood by what I said I was going to do. Then tomorrow when you do that, well, what if I picked up the paper? What if I picked up a paintbrush, right? And you just start messing with it. Because in this 10 minutes, the only way your brain shuts off is when you're going to do the thing, right? So start just doing the thing. But commit that 10 minutes. We're not there yet. And I'm not done working. So one step, not 20. Don't think about the end result. Think about the one thing you can commit to. And if you know the one thing is sitting down to begin, that's why we're going to commit. Because I can't start this artwork right now, but I can commit 10 minutes to sit down at this table with this pad, with the pencil, and start, right? Then when you get there, I promise you, for the first couple of days, it might feel weird, but you set a timer. Like, literally, I have a timer, wherever it is. I set the timer. For my 10 minutes, I'm going to sit quietly. Now, my daughter's home, so it's a little more of a struggle for quiet, but I set the timer, and I'm going to do 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure for 5 minutes, every time if something starts to creep in, a thought, a worry, a negativity, I'm going to focus, because that timer hasn't gone off yet, so you're not allowed to be here. You got to go, right? And I literally will talk to myself in that manner. We don't do negative thoughts. This is our 10 minutes of worry-free, whatever, right? It's so important. Your beginning, your first step is set a timer, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you can commit to, and clear your space. Put your pad down, get your pencil out, and I don't care if you sit there staring at it. You're going to commit to that 10 minutes, and I promise you by the end of a week of doing that, the inspiration is going to come, and you're going to look forward to that 10 minutes. And maybe you can extend it out to 15, right? It's relaxing to do and helps me quitting smoking. Yeah, so I still vape, which I'm almost at my wit's end of that too. I'm down to 3 milligrams, but I quit smoking like 2 years ago. But I didn't. I switched to the vape. So how I feel about that is still beneficial, but not, but I'm down to 3 milligrams. And every time I get close to leaving it, all hell breaks loose, which means that's on my own brain. It's a crutch thing, which when you notice it, it's a lot easier to overcome. I do meditate 30 minutes a day, and I think after, the first 15 minutes is just full of thoughts. And, oh, yeah, it's always going to be full of thoughts. So how about for your next meditation, put your pad there. Take your sketch pad, take a pencil, and because the first 15 minutes while you're meditating or trying to get rid of those thoughts, you have 15 minutes before the thoughts leave anyway. So while you're doing it, why don't you just scribble a little? Doodle. Write something. Watch how fast your brain, all of a sudden that 15 minutes before your brain starts to get rid of the thoughts, just watch. I'm telling you. It'll be 10 minutes and then 5 minutes. But during that time, you've now completed 10 or 15 minutes of scribbling. And that's where your brain starts to release. And watch what you've actually scribbled in there. Watch what you've doodled. And watch how quick the inspiration starts coming. What that visualization turns into. It's amazing. The way thoughts and creative ideas and the things that come to my brain, I have a stack this long of the things that I need to do because they're creative ideas that would help others and trying to get it done and trying to teach the tools so people understand that really it can be anything. I have so many things to do, but there's just one me, right? So you're not getting rid of your meditation. You're not changing it in any other way. But during that time, you're going to keep a notepad beside you and a pencil, wherever it is that you're meditating. start with that. And I promise you, the way it's going to change is going to blow your mind. It will blow your mind. Yeah, it's something that, and you're going to speak it into existence. I'm creative, and I'm amazing, and I'm capable of anything. I'm an artist, and I am creating, and I am capable of anything. I am here, and I'm waiting for the beautiful idea. I'm capable of anything. Start adding that to your day, every single day. Every time you walk by a mirror, you're literally speaking your greatness, and you're telling the universe exactly what you want. And I promise you, you keep showing up and keep doing the thing, and the universe says, okay, I believe you. Here you go. Here you go. It's so wild how it happens, but it's so true. All right, so Aries, you're learning the same thing. And by the way, just so you know, Aries, you're kind of getting a long reading today, but the reason is all of these side conversations are really important when you think about it, because it's a process. It's not a one-stop shop, right? When we're healing, there's a million ways that things could go wrong. There's a million ways that things can also go right. And when you learn to change from this to this, from this to this, shit moves. That mountain starts moving. It starts stepping to the side and saying, okay, I think you figured it out. Start climbing a little higher. It gets a lot easier. I wrote a whole message to myself and full of affirmations, but I keep forgetting to read that, though I believe in it. Okay, so I'm actually going to do you one better. I think it's called the Parrot app. Or just do your voice record. That thing that you wrote down, get your phone. I have 500 broken phones, by the way. But they're all useful for different things. Get your phone, hit on your voice record, and read what you wrote. Then go to the Parrot app. You can add a little music, you can do whatever you want, but let your mind and your soul hear your voice reading those words that you absolutely believe. I promise you. You're so amazing and an inspiration. I'm still here. Thank you so much. Man, look yourself in the mirror and read it. Because when your eyes see your face and hear your voice speaking your greatness, what does it do? You're affirming it, not once, not twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. I can do Taurus. I'll do Taurus next. Yep. Rate my name, Violet. Why would you want me to rate your name? Your name is a unicorn. You're amazing. You are who you are, which means you're 100. That's it. Just try it, and I promise you, the things that I've had to do. I tell this story a lot because the reason it matters. There's so many people out there that. I've been through some shit, okay? We're not going to ever do the pity me, whatever. But when I tell you the amount of abuse, trauma, crazy shit that I've been through, crazy situations, good, bad, ugly, there was a point in my life where I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I fucking hated myself so much. And I'm sure we all, at some point in our life, maybe go through a phase, maybe not at that extreme, but... I was just a failure. I wasn't at all, but I had let other people's perspective of me, other people's abuse of me, determine who I was, right? I took that and I took it and I took it and I took it and it weighed me down so much I fucking hated myself, okay? And I committed for 6 months, and I kid you not, I wouldn't even look at myself in the mirror. I hated myself so much. But I'm like, but that's not you. That's not who you are. And if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Holy Spirit, I showed up every single day, and every time I walked by that mirror, said, I am enough, and I love you, and you're worth it. And that was the hardest one. I choked. I screamed. I was fucking angry. I was so over it. This is bullshit, but I committed. And every day I would start that day, and I am enough. I am worthy. And I promise you, it took 6 months before I could look somebody, not just myself, but another human being directly in the eye and say, we're on an equal level, right? We're here. I'm not above you. You're not above me. We are equal. 6 months. And I screamed and I cried and I hated myself. And I was like, you're lying to yourself. You're stupid. But I showed up every day. And you know what I learned in that every day? I couldn't believe that I was worthless. I couldn't believe that I was horrible because I showed up every day. I showed up. I could have said, F this is stupid. I chose to show up because I knew no matter what, whatever was weighing me down, whatever impressions, all of the things people thought of me, I didn't believe those things. To my soul, I didn't believe them. Otherwise, why would I show up every day? Right? I feel like I can listen to you all day. I'm going through similar situation. Yeah, but you're not a failure. And every single day you show up, I'm not, okay. Another thing that I learned, I always would pick the underdog. I would always show up and I would always root for them, cheer them on, like just F the world, you know, I believe in you. But here's the problem. If you can give them that and they'll just take, and they never reciprocate. Not because they don't want to, it's because they don't know how to, right? There's a time where we have to learn what our worth is, and a lot of times you're not going to learn it until shit hits the fan, right? You're not going to learn it until there's nobody else to help you but you. And then you have to make that decision, right? And as shitty as it is, this tower, whatever it may be, and it doesn't have to be as literal as some of the other things, once you understand and you open your heart, you actually get to see what, like, I showed up. They didn't show up. The world didn't show up. I showed up. I talked to God. I prayed. I asked. I showed up. I listened to my angels. I did all the thing. But your angels, and if you're talking to God, and if you're really talking to the people, your ancestors, the people that genuinely care about you, and I say people, but spirit world, all the realms, people can fight me, argue with me, I don't care. You don't have to know all their names to know that they care. And once you know your own voice, you know the other ones that are speaking to you. And if it's speaking to you in anger, punishment, hate, fear, any of those things, get back, it's not God. If it's love, if it's support, if it's ideas that help you love yourself, I promise you, it's God. I promise you. I know what work I put in myself, and they make me feel awful. Yeah, you can't let people, so this is the thing, and trust me, it happens sometimes, especially if I'm feeling tired or I'm agitated or people just, you know, they're being cruel. Sometimes there's that moment where you get that initial kind of pang of something, like, yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings. It didn't feel real good. But at the end of the day, look at yourself. Am I that? No. Am I showing up? Am I doing the best I can? You're fucking right I am. Am I going to screw up? Yeah, I'm human. I'm going to screw up. Just like they screw up.
I'm not going to love my kid.
You're not going to love your kid? I'm not going to love my kid?
Yeah, I am going to love my kid.
I'm going to love my kid. So, learning how, like, look, it come out right away. Water your garden. That the way that we show up for ourselves is how we teach the world to show up for us, right? And you're not going to learn that until you actually feel what it's like. When we're waiting for the neighbor, when you're waiting for, like, my kid or some random person to validate me, to make me feel good, to boost my ego, because we all have egos, and they do the exact opposite. We're giving them our power. Here, you have the power to crush me, to lift me up, to do all the things. The fuck they do, right? Bye, Trini. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you have the best week. If you don't validate yourself, if you don't fill your own cup, if you don't water your own garden, you just weigh yourself down. There's nobody else that can do it for you. And when you do that, you don't rely on what anybody else thinks. You can hate my guts. You can remember me from 20 years ago when I told you to F off or whatever because I was drunk and being stupid. You can hold that against me and hate me forever, but I'm not going to allow that to weigh me down. And that's the difference, right? When you water your own garden and you validate yourself and you say, I'm a beautiful artist and I know that no matter what's going on, good, bad, or ugly, I show up every day. I try to learn. I try to do better. You are amazing. You're a fucking superhero. Do you understand? You chose every single day to show up, to try to do something to better yourself. You look at yourself at the end of the day. Was I perfect? No. Guess what? No one ever is. But did I show up my best? Did I try to help others? Was I creative? Did I support myself? Did I love myself? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. Is there something I could have done better? There's 20. Okay, well, we're only going to pick one today. We're not here to punish ourselves. We're going to pick one. And tomorrow, that's the one thing we're going to focus on. That's it. And as long as you're showing up and doing that, I promise you, God, your angels, your ancestors, they're there. They're backing you up. And you'll start seeing it in signs, the numbers. When you hear me yelling out those numbers, they're confirming my message. And if you do the homework and you go, oh, I wonder what that means, and then you watch the video, I promise you every single time it's going to align with exactly what I was talking about. Don't believe no one about yourself but you. Listen, there's a million. I can see you, one version of you, and be like, oh, she was a bitch this day. And I can hold on to that. Or better than next time I see you, you're the sweetest, kindest person, right? And I can hold on to that. Or I can use them as this thing to, well, she was this and this, so who knows what she's going to be. Or I can say, okay, well, they were probably having a bad day. I don't know what's going on in their life. But either way, they weren't doing anything to punish me, right? They're probably having a bad day. So you just let it go and say, yeah, I'm not about to hang on to that today. And that's it. It's all done, all over. And, you know, you don't hold on to it. It just flows through you. And that's like emotion, energy in motion. That's exactly what it is. So I can hold on to it and let it weigh me down and just build up and build up to an explosion. I can go, yeah, that's not mine to carry. Like, I wish the best, you know, if she's having a bad day, I don't know what it is. I hope her day gets better. I'm not going to hold on to that today. And I promise you, the way it flows through you, and you will feel it go through your body and go, oh yeah, I feel good. I can still do what I got to do. Things change, and that's what it is. And when you open up your heart and you understand that towers are not punishment, they're testing your character. They're showing you who you are so you can show up and celebrate you, which is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You can still check yourself because we all do stupid shit, but when you check yourself, it's not you're an idiot. It's like, oh, maybe that wasn't my best look. I could, you know, maybe do a little better there. Okay, how? Let's make a plan so the next time I choose better. That's winning every single day, and that's worth celebration. There are so many things I want to do, and I feel scared taking that path in career again. Because horrible, oh, I've been there, honey. But I feel paranoid. Okay, first of all, job-wise, I'll tell you, any job I ever went into, any job, didn't matter. And when I tell you I've done all kinds of jobs, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. But I'm going to tell you, I would go in. I don't care if I'm a master CNC machinist. Probably not anymore. I'm rusty. But at the time, I was very good at it. I would set up my own machines, which, by the way, people should have got paid immensely more than I was being paid to do that. But I come to your job. Doesn't matter what happened back there. Doesn't matter what I know. You're going to have a specific way you want it done in your business. So I go in with a blank slate. Yes, we all have trauma from jobs because unfortunately you're just a number. And not all companies, but there are many that, especially when they get bigger, more corporate, you know, they just replace you. And that's why the trust has to be in you, in yourself as a person. And when you look at everything like a stepping stone and not a this is my life, you're doing the job, whatever it is, but you're still doing your artist. You're doing your work. I'm showing up. I do my lives. I'm still building my business in the background. I'm showing up because this is funding my ability to do the things that I love, that inspire me, that make me help others. And when you think about it like that, you're getting your purpose out of them. And you're fulfilling your purpose. You're helping them, but they're helping you. And when you look at it like that, you can go in and you take the emotion out of it. You're doing the contract, right? I need this money. Every time I show up, I do the work. This is what I get paid. You're funding that. And as long as I continue focusing on my creative projects, I'm allowing this to fund what I really, really love, which makes you enjoy it that much more. You got to let go of fear. I know it's easier said than done, but when you can take the emotion out of it and focus on this is just what it is and get to the core of what it is. It's not you. It's not going to, whether you live or die, you know, that job or that career, unless it is your true passion, it's not going to affect you. You can step back and become more of a witness to it and not be so emotionally invested, right? Because you're focusing on you. I don't know if that makes sense, but sorry, I'm trying to keep up with both chats. Basically, I was a model and stuff happened. I'm trauma bond and I quit. Oh, trust me, I know all about trauma bonds. I really feel like I'm built for that, and I love that. For modeling, so okay, I just want to understand. You feel like you're built for modeling and you love it, but you had a bad experience with the place that you're working. So why don't you start doing your own little photo shoots? Why don't you start taking your art but whatever happened wasn't my fault. Right, that's usually the way it is. But what it's teaching you is to not, at the end of the day, don't focus on them and what they did. What can you do to uphold your boundaries, to create that space that doesn't allow someone to get in that close to mess with your boundaries? Does that make sense? Like, this is my line in the sand, and if you cross that, I walk away before you ever have a chance to fire me, get rid of me, any of those things. You got to learn what your line in the sand is, and then you have to understand that in doing it, you have to support yourself. And even if you do love doing it, you're only going to live so long, right? While you're at modeling age. I'm putting that in quotes because now it has grown out where there are many things that change. But again, it's a stepping stone. It's a learning curve. And when you look at it like that, but people start stealing my photos. Oh, yeah. You're going to get that all the time. Unfortunately, that happens all the time. People steal my photos. I'm like, I don't even dress up, right? You can't change what people do, but what you can do is make sure that you protect yourself in as many ways as possible. And you can't let the rest of the world worry about it. The people, doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter your vibe, your specialties, how you are as a person. They're going to know the real from the fake. The people that matter will. And they're going to be like, that ain't her. That's her, but you're not the right person because, you know, I've talked to her, dealt with her, whatever. I watch her videos. You know, you can do, like, start your own little channel. Obviously you have a channel, but I don't know what all you do on yours yet, but start doing your fashion shows. Start doing it and watch when the sponsors start showing up going, man, you're right. I always feel like I have so much potential. Well, there's lots of old people that are still modeling, so that's not 100% true. But understanding that you are who you are, and if you love doing artwork and all those other things, if you love them both, you can have both. But you have to understand that you can't give it all for one, right? If you're going to do that, you got to make time for the art. You got to make time to build your online empire, right? You need to start, what are ways you can get your pictures and your photo shoots and all of your things out there. Do your own runway. Get yourself some friends that, so if you've been doing modeling, you got a few friends that would love to get together with you and be like, yeah, we'll do our own fashion show, right? And then you start posting it, and all of a sudden the model companies are going, whoa, they're fantastic, right? You start creating your own thing, and then that's like when I talk about with my business, with my channel, with all the things. I'm building it. I'm waiting for the people to show up. That doesn't mean they're not going to show up, and that doesn't mean I'm not going to have to validate myself, show up, support myself while I do it. I know that it's not tomorrow. It's not a new thing, right? It's something that's going to come. But when you commit to it and you show up, all the things are going to show up. And you got so many model friends. You have so many other people that work with you that know your character, that already know who you are. And when they're going to support you in a project, they're not going to be like, yeah, you got to pay me $1 million. They're going to be like, yeah, I'd love to support you in this fashion show. Because there's going to be people that don't give a shit. But the friends that you've created real connections. Because if you're a real human being doing real things, showing up as yourself, it's only natural that real people are going to align with you. So that's when you start getting together with your friends and your family and you do your own photo shoots, right? Find yourself a photographer that wants to work with you. You know, paint them a unique painting. And there's ways to trade, right? I have people that are helping me now edit some of my videos, do the SEO and all the stuff that just makes my whole brain rot. And they do it in trade, right? I help them. I do readings. I do have those conversations. We talk it through. We find next steps. There's always ways to barter, especially with people that see the potential in you. There's always ways, but you got to be willing to speak up for yourself. People are so horrible. They would use my photos and ask people for, oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. There's a lot of messed up people in the world, but you can't control it. You can't control it, and you can't let it stop you. You got to keep being you. I feel thirsty. I'm good. Okay, and then we got keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. And when you start showing up for yourself, I'm used to this. I do this all the time. And share your voice. Also, did you ever think for 1 second that part of your conflict, part of your channel, part of your speaking up about it is having those conversations? Have those conversations with other people that have been stealing your stuff, right? Because there's a million other models out there that probably go through the same thing, right? Be that pillar of light, standing up, talking to your other people, right? That's exactly what it is. Don't worry about any of that other stuff. Actually, my kids stole my water. Why you stole my drink, brat? Because I'm a big girl, she said. Thanks. I'm laughing, sorry. I'm almost done, Aries. I know this took a long time. I do want to, actually, I'll do that one. I'm going to do Taurus next because I promised Michelle. But I want to get one angel number and another affirmation for, are you going outside? Did you stub your toe? Are you okay? Are you sure? Okay. All right. So, 1441. Okay, this was a line for you. Here's some water in the chat. Thank you so much. That's so funny. So, for Aries, and I think this actually aligns, I don't know what your sign is, tear-free, but I'm pretty sure this one's for you. It says unique skills. This is for all of Aries, but this one came out especially because of the conversation we were just having. Life goals, purpose, mastery, integrity, career growth, ambition, focus, and important projects. This is a time for intense self-development. Focus on refining your craft. You already have everything you need to succeed, but consistent practice will make you a true master. Use this time to align with your purpose and level up in your career or business. It's time to prioritize growth and achievement. You already know what it is you want to do. You have the idea, you have the sense, you know exactly what it is. Your Libra, I probably won't get to that one till tomorrow, but no matter what happens, I'm going to do at least 2 a day. We'll see how it goes, time-wise, how my kid goes, because I haven't been on a long time. But I just like to make sure. But I do want to write this down quickly. What time stamp are we at? 1:42. Yeah, 1:43. We'll do that. Was the end for Aries, I said. Okay, I'm going to do Taurus. And I might, if you stick around, I will try and do Libra too. I want to get the thing for it. But actually, before I do it, give me 1 sec. Because now I actually do want a drink. I was making a coffee, but I forgot about it. Right, I'll tell you, when school goes back in, I'll be happy. My house will be clean again. Okay, so for right now, let me see. We're going to go 145 for Taurus. I have to write it down because when I clip these, I make it easier for people to watch. Okay, what's the energy for my Tauruses? And I'll do Libra next, actually. Just so I mark it. We'll see how it goes. As long as my kid's playing outside and things are good, I can get a lot done. If all the stars align. So we got balance, but wait a minute. I'm going to leave that out because it was in reverse, but I had to make sure the deck was upside right, but I'm not sure. Okay, give me 2 more on that energy. Collaboration, again. I'm waiting for your 2 paths. Okay, that makes sense. So this is for Taurus. This is for you, Michelle. The first one was, it was the juggling, the balance, right? And if it's a reverse, let me read it properly. Lacking balance, lack of organization, poor financial decisions. Now that sounds really, really like definite, but that's not what it is. What it's saying is you're trying to figure out how to balance it to make that come out. And that just means that and it doesn't have to be all of them. It could be one or a little bit. And again, learning to find balance. I was talking about that. It doesn't have to be as extreme as everything's out of whack. It's trying to figure it out to bring it all into balance because that's how we come into it. Because then it also says apprenticeship. So you're learning new skills. You're learning. Are you knocking on the door? What? Oh, it's you. Hi.
Are you live?
Yeah. Is it everything okay?
They're just playing dominoes and then they're trying to, Grace wants to swing and they were doing dominoes.
Oh, then she can't swing.
No, I know, I'm trying to tell her that, she's getting a little frustrated.
Miss Grace. Miss Grace,
Colin.
come here. Oh, she's at the swing.
Another thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just when she does that, and she's getting defiant, you just say, "Okay, take a walk," and she'll walk away.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's learning. Sorry. Hi, Blessed. I thank you. I appreciate you so much. Okay, so the apprenticeship. So you're learning, basically you're learning something new, whether that's about yourself, learning through other people. It could just be the artwork. It could be any of those things. But you're trying to figure out how to bring it into balance, which, by the way, we're all doing all the time. So it's not a bad thing. But you're starting to see there's 2 paths, right? And there's always 2 paths at the end of the day. It says 2 paths, decisions, options, planning. Grass is always greener on the other side. Emigration, suddenly leaving, deciding to stay or go, waiting, anticipation, restlessness, and detachment, right? So you're deciding what stays and what goes. You're deciding for this to come into balance, there are things that I'm going to have to prioritize. There's things I'm going to have to let go of. There's things that have to come into play for this to all happen. I have to learn some new skills, learn some new things, learn to prioritize myself, learn what I'm spending or not spending, right? Where can I budget this? Where can I do that? Which is what we all do all the time, right? Oh, that's good. And it's cold too. All very true. We're all doing that. Like in the economy right now, it's a constant thing. The only difference here is I see you're trying to find the balance of it. You're learning where that is and how to do that, that's like literally life. That's life. And when you're learning, first of all, the first step is acknowledging it, right? When we notice something's out of whack, how to bring it into whack is to decide what it is. And then there's 2 paths. Do I choose to follow this path, which is probably not the easiest one, right? Because we could always just say, F it, wait till it gets hard. But you're learning, well, if I actually choose this path, it's a little harder now. I got to budget a little more. I got to do this now. But in the end, it's going to be beneficial. And you're just starting to understand that prioritizing, you're learning where your priorities stand and figuring out how to balance that out, which is fantastic. A change of heart, reevaluation. That's what it is, right? That bringing things into balance this is a process that is never ending, by the way. It's never ending. I've separated from my ex who cheated, so for sure, yeah. So a lot of things going on. that's a, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. And I'm sorry, but I'm just like so glad. Eventually, sure, that will change, but that process is a big part. And when things have to change and split and be organized and reshaped and all the, that's a big transition, right? And when learning to reprioritize, obviously, and when you see the reevaluation here, it says a change of heart, right? But I want you to focus on here because no matter what happens at the end of the day, your heart is what matters. The only way to move you forward, to focus on you, to rebalance you, to get everything in your life is to focus on your heart. Jumping into a new relationship, not saying that you are, by the way, but any of those things, jumping too soon in those things only set yourself up for failure. So focusing on your own stuff and how to reprioritize what matters to you is where in this world you're always going to benefit. So that reevaluation is part of the process. Look, I picked it up, but that one was a personal issue reaches resolution. You're understanding that the only one to trust is you. I'm enjoying my, yeah, right? Like, I'm telling you, I've been single for a long time, and it's the best thing I ever did. Adjustments are required. That's the reevaluation process, and that's good. Taurus. Oh, by the way, and Taurus is your home, your heart, all those. That's like what you do. That is the essence of a Taurus, right? Your heart and your home and all of those things. So, understanding that, you already know what your priorities are. Now you're just learning how to make sure that you're prioritizing them, which is really, really important. And for all my Tauruses, don't ever feel bad about that. I'm a Leo, so we're used to the adventure, the fire, the head first, all of that thing. But that's also can bite you in the ass if you're not ready. Or if you're trying to take on too much, and it happens all the time, right? And then you have to rebalance. We're constantly learning that. You guys are actually, it's the essence of you. So at the end of the day, it takes a little bit, but you know how to bring it in a lot quicker, a lot easier, because that is where your focus is almost always, right? Which is a wonderful thing, which means you're coming back home and you're understanding where that balance comes. You know you're going to do it because it's what you do, right? And this relationship is much more, oh, I jumped too fast on the new relationship after breakup, is much more better. That's good. And sometimes that's the way it happens, right? When you meet your person, like, when I tell you don't jump like that, I just mean make sure you're focused on you first, right? But there's going to be times where you just get lucky. You like, sometimes you pray to God and you're like, just bring me that person. I've been waiting so long and all these things. And then God's going to ask you, like, are you ready? And you're going to find out if you're ready, right? And in the beginning, in the romantic stage, it may be ready, but it takes a lot to... it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fixing those traumas and understanding what they are so that you don't let them bleed on the new relationship. And if you get lucky and you do get the good, and they grow with you, which is fantastic. And I'm glad too. Simone, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I missed you so much. So, yeah, trust me, I've been by myself for so long. I'm almost to the point of hyper independence, and I was actually starting to question my own, like, is that who I am now, whatever. But then I realized that my love comes in so many other ways. My friends, I'm excited to see my friends. I'm excited to spend that time, and I love not having, I can go, if I want to take my daughter and go for a walk at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the beach, I can do whatever I want. And I'm not waiting for friends to show up. I'm not waiting. I can go visit friends anytime. The idea that no matter what happens, we can make it, and I don't have to answer to anybody except my kid. I do have to answer to her, but the idea that I can do that on a regular basis. What's wrong? What's wrong? What happened? Okay, why do you need mama love though? What happened?
It's because they're not putting the blocks away. I don't want.
Okay, so but you can go on the swing after. Let them play with the blocks.
No, I'm going to swing now.
That's not how it works, and you know that taking turns is how we have to work together.
But I don't want them.
But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but that's how it works. All right, so you got for Taurus, keep good company, read good books, love good things, and cultivate soul and body as faithfully as you can. And now, when I say this, I don't want anyone to take it personally. I don't mean read the Bible. Yes, the Bible can be amazing, but if you want your answers to the Bible, read yourself, right? Read something else. And you can read the Bible. It says take 10 minutes out of each day to read. But when you're reading, focus on a self-help book. I feel like the Bible is always something that should just be a go-to anyway, but it doesn't matter what it is. You're going to get out of it what you put in. But you're going to take that 10 minutes to read, whatever it is. I don't care if it's a magazine. Take it and see everything that you read for that 10 minutes. Pull out of it. Do your own book report. Okay? You don't have to actually like write it out, but have that conversation. Where did I feel this? What does this make me think of? How do I relate this? How does this relate to myself and moving forward? Because when you ask yourself those questions, it doesn't matter what it is. You could read a newspaper, you could read teen magazine and one of those little articles or something. It doesn't matter what it is. There's whatever you're drawn to, whatever it is you're trying to read, whatever it is. And the Bible's fantastic too. I'm not saying not the Bible. What I'm saying is don't judge what it is that you feel called to read. It could be an old novel from public school or whatever, like Moby Dick. Whatever your brain decides for you to read, follow it. Don't judge it. Follow it. Because I promise you, whatever it is you're reading in that 10 minutes, there's going to be something that inspires you. There's going to be something that tells you about yourself. I'll be waiting here for Libra. That's fantastic. I promise I will get there. And I will do it for sure. That 10 minutes is going to guide you. You don't know what it is, and I don't want you to put expectations on it. That's kind of why I took the Bible out of it when I said it like that, because when we go into the Bible, we're focused, I must fix myself, I must do this, I must follow that. And the idea is I must not do anything. I must just be myself and follow where my intuition, where my soul is pulling me to learn, to read, whatever book it is, whatever it is. Because there's going to be something in there that you're meant to take out of it. There's always going to be something out of that little moment that you read, that you took that time. I don't care if you pull up a news article and you read the article online. However you do it, whatever you're guided to learn about, to get curious about, there's a reason for it. And all you have to do is, out of that 10 minutes, what did I take from that? What did I learn? And I promise you, like to the bottom of my soul, I promise you, it's going to be, oh, I need to learn more about that. You know what? If there's anything I want to study, like actually study, I would love to study religion. If I had the time to do it, I would love to. Because the thing is with religion, at its core, right, we all have, they all have beauty and they all have guidance and they all have amazing things, but they all can be misused. They can all be, I'm the higher person, I'm the big guy, you need to listen to me, and that's not God, right? It's the priest or the pastor or whoever it is, right? They all have these things, but it's what you get out of them, right? So you can read a sentence, you can read, like when I read even the little books and stuff that come with these. This is what the card says, right? This is what the creator of the deck says. So this is what this card means, right? But, and I do. Sometimes I'm called to read them, and I absolutely read them. But also, I'm intuitive, and I'm getting what I pick from that card, what I see. I can pull these have little messages, and I do that because what I get from the card, and then what I read here, if it aligns, then that's double confirmation, or sometimes it's a little add-on. But I trust my connection with Source, right? I trust that. And when I read this little blurb, and when I take this 10 minutes, I don't choose to read, and the reason I don't is because right now I'm focused on clearing my brain as I do it. So my 10 minutes that I commit to is quieting my brain, right? And allowing that space so I can say, what is the next project that I want to take on? What is the next one that I can complete that is going to get out there to help other people? And then what is the one that doesn't put so much expectation on me that I'm going to punish myself? So I have to answer questions, and I do a lot of writing. That's how I do it, right? Well, and I don't believe that it's man-made. I believe in God wholeheartedly, but I believe that you don't, everybody, like, if God is omnipresent, then why are you only just thanking God? I'm going to thank God for the sky. I'm going to thank God for the air, you know. And there's nobody in this world that can tell me that the natives that live forever still, like, celebrating the fire spirit, celebrating the air and the water and all those things. You're going to tell me every one of them went to hell? It's not going to happen. The Christians aren't better than the Catholics, and it's your heart. It's the fruits of who you are that shows what you believe, period. And so if I judge you because you're a Catholic, and I'm not even going to learn about you, or I'm going to judge you because you, I'm trying to think of what it's called, Hindu, all of the religions, there's so many of them, because you believe in the Quran instead of what I believe, does that make you a bad person? Do you hate other people? Like, what makes you better than somebody else? And anything that tells you that you are is not true, period. It's just not. We all bleed the same blood. That doesn't mean they don't have things at the core that are good, that are very much worth guiding. But when you put anything into a hierarchy and you praise it over you, I read the cards, when I pull these cards, they're confirming my message. What I'm telling you about, this is, okay, I'll read it and I'll tell you, but I've already been talking about it. I'll be having this conversation, then I shuffle the cards, and it exactly lines up with what I'm saying. It's not for me, it's for you. It's so you can see the confirmation. How could I possibly be talking about this one thing, one subject, and then all of a sudden the card that flips out is exactly aligned with it, right? That's the confirmation for the regular human, the people that don't quite understand it yet, and the ones that know, just know, right? Concept of heaven, people obey. So heaven and hell is a thing, but it's a mindset. It's a mindset, right? Do you want to be in hell on earth, or do you want to be in heaven on earth? And it's your perception. I lived in victimhood for most of my life. I dealt with narcissistic abuse, like, to the extremes that many people can't even comprehend. The whole world hated me. Everything was against me. And man, I manifested more of it, because this world is magic. 1000% magic. And call it whatever you want. Every voice you speak, every thought you think, your intention goes into everything you do. So, no, I'm not mad at you. So if you speak negativity and all the things that you're worried about and all that, and you speak it, you're just manifesting more of it. We're never-ending manifest, right? But when we're so convicted in what we believe and what we're doing, and you say, I am doing better every day, I am growing for this, I am building my business, I am going to be a better person, you're saying it, and you're doing it, and your body is going to do that. The universe is gonna keep giving you opportunities to show up in that better person that you are. And when we start seeing it from that picture, I'm dealing with magic every single day. I'm manifesting every single day. What do I choose to manifest? Hard things that punish me, or things that sometimes can be hard because life is life, but now it allows me to benefit, to see my strength, to understand. I find the silver lining. That's how it goes, right? Do I want to live in heaven on earth or in hell on earth? It's how I perceive it. It's how I choose to perceive it. And sometimes there's days where it's like, oh no, it's hell today. Only if you choose it to be, right? And then there's always, if you have breath in your lungs, there's something to be grateful for. Have a great rest of your stream. Love it. It was awesome. Thank you for showing up, Ocean. I missed you so much. Slowly, I'm starting to get some time where the balance is coming out, and it's really good. If you don't praise me, you go to hell. So exactly, that is where the church, the pastor, the priest, the upper of the church, which by the way, we're not supposed to, if you go by their own book, you're not supposed to have other idols before God, right? So if you're doing a pastor and you're giving all your money and all that to the church, if you want to help something, go help somebody. Go see someone in need and actually physically help them. You are rocking it, and I'm so proud of you. Oh, thank you so much. That's your baby kitty. I've created so many businesses in my phone, and I've been wanting to be learning about. Wait a minute. I've created so many businesses in my phone. I've been wanting to be learning about more. I have been wanting to be learning about it more. About creating your own business? So, oh, it's not a real cat. Can I see your cat? This cat is tore up. It was the for real one. This is the cat. She's very well loved. She is tore up. This is the third one. It's her emotional cat.
And as well, her emotional cat as well.
When she's upset, stressed out, that's what she has. It's just, it is very well loved. Let's just say that. And last year on her birthday, I ordered one, and I waited for a month for it to come. A month. And then it came, and it was the wrong thing, and I cried, and I almost, like, I melted down. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then I went on Marketplace, and I found 2 of them, and I bought them right away. I was like, I don't care. And so now she has 2 of them, and it's almost time for a new one because they're tore up.
Who did you bought? Mama, who did you bought this?
I got it for you.
You bought these ones for me?
Yes. Okay, I'm almost done, but wait. So, learning to choose, right? Choosing what to read, choosing what to do while you're trying to learn about businesses. So, for your example specifically, you have all these ideas for businesses in your phone. So, in your 10-minute, choosing 10 minutes to read, start looking up, well, what would it take for me to start this business, right? Take some of those ideas, choose 3 or 4 or 5, and say, okay, for today, the 10 minutes, I'm going to look up more about this part of the business. Because there's a lot of little things that you need. Trust me, like my business license, I had to have my insurance just to be open and running. There's all, if you're building a legit business, right, where are you going to post? I started doing it on Etsy, then said, F that, it's costing me more, I'm just going to build my own website. Then you got to learn to build your own website or pay a bunch of money to have someone to do it. Like there's a million things. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just letting you know that learning these things and learning to understand each step of the game gives you space. It gives you knowledge. So you go into it much more confident, right? You're a little more prepared for all the other things. And building it, there's going to be a time where as you're building it, if you don't have the money to do thousands and thousands of dollars in advertising, you got to advertise yourself, you got to show up, you got to do the things, you got to wait for the world to catch up. And there's going to be times where you have to work your ass off to support your business while you wait for the world to show up and start supporting it back. There's going to be a lot of volunteering. There's going to be a lot of things, especially if it's things that are meant to help the community, to build you up. It's the mental health to help people. Yes, exactly. And that's fantastic. And that's where collaborations and things too, if you already have people that are, I don't want to say in the field, but doing market research, learning how to support others, right? Asking questions, asking friends, asking families, the people that are around you, what would help them the most, right? There's so many ways to do it, but in that reading and in that 10 minutes of reading a day, use it to focus on just one thing here. What is going to make my website stand out? What is going to make my business? Am I going to have a physical place? Am I going to have it just online to start? What is my funding? What is my, I don't want to say backup, but how am I funding it? Am I going to have to work all the time and support it? Do I have good credit? Can I get a business loan? There's a lot of things to learn about. Learn about creating a business plan, because your business plan is your Bible. And yes, things will change, but learning and understanding that is those are the things that are going to make you more motivated, are going to allow you the space to learn and find ways to do it. Where I can help you with this if you can help me with advertising. Like, we all have these connections, and when you start doing it, like these the people on YouTube have helped me immensely. They taught me how to do it. They taught me how to do thumbnails, you know, and I'm always helping them, cheering them on. Well, I've been disappeared for like a month, but life was lifing, so it's not like they know I always have their back, and I'll always do if they need help, I will show up. And it's the same, right? Learning where those people are in your life, learning where to get that support, where to understand, where to ask those questions. Those are really important things to learn. And when you understand what each thing entails, right, which is the reading of it, it gives you a lot more confidence and makes it a lot easier. So that's why I'm saying that. And then we got child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. And that little bit of meditation, that asking what really motivates me, that what is my why, right? And helping others is always, especially others that have been in abusive relationships, that have been through some bullshit, and learning how to empower them, right? And then also understanding that learning how to empower people sometimes means you have to, okay, I've given you this step, this step, this step, and I can't help you until you at least get this far, right? So you're not giving all your energy and being drained, because unfortunately self-unaware people will take, and don't know how to reciprocate. And it's not a punishment, and it's not a hate or a hindrance, but it's a fact. And until they become more self-aware, you have to learn to be able to give, not expecting anything back ever, right? And so when you give, it's like that pay it forward. You know it's going to come back through other people, other aspects, and learning and trusting that takes time, right? And then we have the seas of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing the unconsciousness to light. So you're understanding what you got, that whole balancing, which makes so much more sense now. What you're learning, right? You're learning how to balance, and the reason it was upside down is because you're learning. You're not there yet. You're in the thought stage, the process. Where do I go from here, right? And then this one is like the collaborations, the learning, the apprenticeship. You're learning who those people are, where to go, where to get that from, which is exactly what you should be doing. And then making those paths. If I want to move forward and I want to build one of these business, what is it that I need to do, right? But you already see the potential. You already know. Okay, you have the faith in yourself. You know your why, and now you're going to commit to it, right? This is your commitment. You're going to take and you're going to choose. And don't say, I need to learn exactly this, I need to learn that. Allow your gut, allow your instinct to guide you to what it is that you need to start learning or reading about. Because I promise you, if you do, it's going to show up for you in a way you can't even imagine. Oh, I didn't even think about that, right? And it's just so wild the way it shows up. But they always say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And all those like cliche sayings, they're there for a reason. People can maneuver them how you want, but when you actually take them and you step back and you observe your life and then observe how they apply in your life, it's kind of pretty mind-blowing. Learning how to be your own witness is pretty wild. All right, for my Tauruses, give me one more of these. How are we focusing that energy to build that potential out? The great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits and your soul tribe. And that's exactly what it is. You're learning who your soul tribe is, right? Cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Having to learn that balance. Okay, that's wonderful. I love you. You're learning to see the potential to build, to bring everything into light, right? Your soul tribe are coming to play, and it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from. I promise you, they'll start aligning. Look at my YouTube. Look at the people that show up for me. Look at, I've been building it out, trying to get it up there. I'm almost at 500 subscribers. That's my first big goal. It's 500 subscribers over there, and it's coming, right? And for you, building a business, you need to start getting your socials out there. Start talking and posting and asking questions. Those little surveys that seem like cheesy that you see, the little polls on YouTube, the little polls on Facebook, that are asking these little questions, and you just respond to them every once in a while. Start popping them out there. Allow your collective, your people, to help you understand what's the best way to get it out there, what's the best way to maneuver. It's happening for you, not to you. All the things you're learning. Oh, I almost tried to put that on the wrong deck. All the things that you're learning, they're not to hinder you or to make you struggle. They're to make you question, to think, to ask the right questions so you can learn. And that's exactly what you're doing. And that's fantastic. And that's a good month of July, because if you think about it, the stage of that is, you're at the learning stage. You're not at the, I have to go do it and throw my whole heart and soul into it. Stop spilling those. You're at that, how can I do this to the best of my ability and get the best foot forward? And that's your learning phase. And that's the way it should be. Instead of struggling with yourself, I cannot. This is my Taurus. Good for you. Limitless potential. By the way, in case you can't see, it's 0000. So you start seeing that number everywhere. Pay attention. Transformation, serenity, trust, achievement, release, potential, success, and triumph. This is a powerful reminder that anything is possible. If you can dream it, you have the ability to make it a reality. What someone else has can also be yours. Stay calm and trust that what is meant for you will come your way. Release any tension and embrace relaxation, knowing that your potential is boundless. All those ideas in your phone, all those businesses, I need you to understand that they're there. They're not given to you because you can't achieve them. Those options, the ideas, how do you want to do it? What's going to be the best? Hi, Jace. Thanks for the 6-7. Kind of weird number, but we're not summoning any demons over here, so you can try, but it ain't going to work. Have fun doing it. Just understand that no matter what you have going on, if you take that time and commit it to learning what it takes, to no matter what happens, choose your path. Right? Once you make the decision to do it, choose your path. It does not mean you can't pivot at any given time. You can always pivot. That's so important, right? And as you learn and as you go, I just made Jace giggle saying 6-7. Well, now you're going 6-7, 6-9. Were you confused? Huh. All right, so the limitless potential, and then we have, I forgot to do these for Aries, sorry Aries, but this is the affirmation. Can I just have 2 of these for my Tauruses? How are we staying focused? What are we affirming? All right. Every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought that I have. If you already know your direction, just do it. You made Jace giggle by saying 6-7. Is Jace your kiddo? All right, so for Tauruses, for sure, what you need to make sure you're doing is taking 10 minutes, committing 10 minutes a day, which, by the way, I was also talking to Tier Free, literally saying the same thing, so it just confirms that we all should be doing it. Use that 10 minutes to focus on the things you're trying to build, the things you want to do. Understand that adjustments are always required. It's not a one-time thing. There's always going to be adjustments. And choosing a path doesn't mean you're stuck on that path forever. You can change your mind at any given day. You can pivot. You can add. You can maneuver. But when you understand what it is, it's not so much a juggling. It's not so much a juggling. It's a rebalancing. It's an understanding where your priorities lie, right? And that's what I have for Taurus. What's the number there? Let me write this down. 2. All right. And then Libra. All right. Are you still here, Tear Free? I'm about to do Libra. I want my tarot first. You're very welcome. And also, let me know when you make a decision on what you're starting, what you're trying to build. Let me know. You got to understand collaborations and stuff are exactly, look, as I'm talking about it, this didn't start yet for the Libra, but I was just talking about it. You're the magician, right? You have all the tools you already need, right, to manifest it. Okay, this was specifically for you, Michelle. You're the magician. You have all the tools you need, and when you learn how to maneuver them, point them in the direction you have, you can do that. The Page of Pentacles, right? That's you beginning. That's you starting out on the idea, and it doesn't matter where you start; it's how you start. And of course, you always have the strength to continue to move forward. Go inward. Understand that this journey takes that mental strength, that endurance. It's never going to be so simple. And to do that, you got to trust in your own power, trust in your abilities, and find your why. So at the end of the day, no matter what you're doing moving forward, you have that strength. And look for that collaboration part, right? The apprenticeship. There's lots of people out there. My YouTube, my people, when I tell you, they taught me this is how you do this. This is how you, when you go live, this is the things that you should do. This is how you clip your videos. This is how you make a good catchphrase or a good title, or there's people out there that support you that really want to help you, and if they don't know how to help you, they're not going to be able to do that. That's why speaking what you're trying to do doesn't mean you have to tell the whole world, but start paying attention for those people that are there and that want to help you and support you, because those people are exactly the ones that are going to help boost you, and God will always lead you to them. They're going to bring them your way. They're going to guide you. Sometimes it doesn't mean that they have to actively, constantly be right there to do it with you. It might be the right video at the right time, the things that inspire you and say, oh, that makes so much more sense. I should try that way. There's always going to be a pivot. There's always going to be an adjustment. And if you understand that, you're in a really good place to understand that your potential is limitless. Your ideas are never ending. And the more you focus on you and what works best for you, it's always going to show up for you. We're due for a phone conversation soon. I'll let you know my idea. Yeah, of course. We'll have to do that. I never talk on here on Messenger because TikTok is wild. I'll have to send you my number, though. And then, do you have my number? I honestly can't remember it. If you don't have it, I will send it to you. It's the same one. Okay, you send. That sounds good. That sounds very, very fair. And look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of Pentacles. You're already putting in the work. You're already putting in the work. You're doing what it takes. And that's all that matters. One step at a time. Don't think about all of the 500 steps. Think about the next step, the next step, the next step. That's it. Because when you get overwhelmed, it becomes really heavy. But if you just keep doing the next step and then you celebrate it as you go, it's a win-win. I'm going to change that. 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. I cannot. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. It's a lot of balance and a lot of new beginnings, which creates your stable foundation. That's what those numbers mean, which is perfect. That's fantastic. Okay, Libra, I'm here. What's the number again? 2, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1. Okay. All right. So for Libra, what is the energy for Libra for the month of July? What? Libra, what are you working on? Give me one more. Shut up. Okay. So Libra, the first one that came out is the 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. It's the 9 of Cups. I had to double check it. I didn't want to lie to you. and the Emperor. And this could be your Emperor, your other half, your new relationship, could be any of those things. But it also could be the Emperor in you. We all have the masculine and the feminine. And that's why I always talk about balancing, right? The masculine is the action, the logic, the go, the do. Okay, the feminine is the dream, the spiritual, the doesn't mean that we don't do, but that's the each part of it. And when we learn to balance it, we're dreaming the big things, but we're doing the action steps to get there, right? That's how you start balancing. And that's a pretty damn good energy, I'm not gonna lie. Wish fulfillment and then the Emperor. And it means you're putting things into action, right? You're taking those dreams and the love, the things that inspire you, that make you happy, and you're learning the action steps to match up with that, which is pretty freaking good. That's a good look for July, let me tell you. And it could be as simple, because I'm hearing it, learning what your wish is. What is going to fulfill you? You're starting to see it, and you're learning how to do the action steps to get it. And that could be sometimes just learning the process, having someone help you create a pathway, right? I just got the notification you sent it. I'll check it as soon as I get off live, okay? All right, so, damn, that's a good energy. Are you here, Tiffany? I hope so. That's a damn good energy. I don't want you to miss that. And then, self-care. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is my thing that I talk about all the time. Self-care is so much more than a beauty regimen or an external thing you do. It has to start within your heart to know what you need to navigate your life. A pedicure doesn't last, but meditating every day does. Meditate on what your heart needs in order to grow and be happy and at peace. How can you implement those needs into your daily life? Which literally confirms this. You already know what it is that's going to make your heart sing. You already know what it is. You're learning the action steps. Okay, you're showing up. You're figuring out how to show up. And none of that gets balanced or comes through in any kind of manageable way without the self-care, without the self-love, without the affirmation, without speaking your greatness. It's so important to do that. And I talk about it all the time because things do get out of balance. When you add things, when you're building a business, when you are trying to create something, bring it into existence, you're adding so many things to your plate than you normally would. It's going to get out of balance. So what happens when it's out of balance? Learning how to love yourself, how to do that self-care, how to find that space to calm your mind so you're not stuck in anxiety and fear. And you can learn to flip that switch to excitement. And that's really important. Portal, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. I'm going to read this one because I feel like this is a little more aligned, especially for you, Tiffany, because you're starting to see how to motivate yourself, how to get your art out there, how to find other ways to bring what it is you want into fruition, and that's pretty exciting. Angel number 96, also a good number. All right. What?
So you're not telling the truth.
Who's not telling the truth?
Me.
Why are you not telling? Are you telling on yourself for lying? What? She says, Why are you lying? What did you lie? Hi, Freya.
Why? Because you said you want me and I told it. Why you want me and I wanted to tell you you want me because it is the truth, but
you're allowed to love me and your baby Wuka, and I love you and your baby Wuka.
But telling baby Wuka I love is the truth.
It is the truth. You're absolutely right. Okay, so doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful right now. That's especially for you, Tearfree. This is especially this month, and this is Mercury retrograde. Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna. Actually, that makes a lot more sense too. So, the business thing. Just stay tuned. I have a message on that. I almost forgot. Your thoughts are extra powerful right now. Planets are aligning, the timing is right, the universe is saying yes. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made, extreme transformation can occur, great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new? I think this kind of works for both, actually, Taurus and Libra. That's interesting. Actually, that's pretty interesting. What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. What would you most like to experience? Okay, so Libra, you've already been creating. You're starting to understand. You're focus on this, your wish fulfillment. Focus on what brings you joy. Also, this is like what you call a public service announcement is what I would like to say. Also for Taurus, because you're speaking about building a business and all those things, learning about it, spend this month, and that makes even more sense now. I forgot that it's Mercury retrograde. Things are going to come up to test you. There's going to be, it's not the time to sign contracts. It's not the time to put your name on the dotted line. It's not the time to go into big deals or commit to this or commit to that until Mercury retrograde is over, which is until at least then, which is somewhere at the end of July, something like that. So what I'm saying is if you get this big offer, don't dive into it. That means if something big comes your way and it's really amazing, read the fine print, really go through, think on it, don't jump on it day one, because in retrograde, there's almost always a lesson coming up to be learned. There's almost always something coming to reflect, to see how far you've grown before it's like your cake period. So you've been cooking and doing all the things, and before you get the icing on the cake, there's going to be that tests, right? And they could come about anything, a thought process, drinking, doing drugs, partying, talking down to yourself, worrying. There's a million things that comes through, but retrograde is for that reevaluation. It literally is the reevaluation. It's where you get to see and reprioritize and all those things. So by all means, start the business, do the thing, but don't sign contracts. Don't get into this big thing. Don't try to start big things. Now is the time to reprioritize, to focus, to learn, to understand, to rebalance, to figure out how it works, which makes so much sense why it was a lot focused on that. And I forgot about retrograde, and it's really important. Just don't sign any contracts and stuff, but this is the time to do the learning, to get the process, to understand. This is the time to kind of get your ducks in a row before you dive in. And when those things come up to kind of make you question or focus, remember it's Mercury retrograde, and it's bringing something up because there's something you still need to learn to prepare you for that. So while you're doing the learning and all those things, just remember that we're not signing big contracts, we're not diving in until after July, right? Now is the time to focus, to learn, to prepare and get used to it. So that was my public service announcement. I forgot it was retrograde, which is also why I'm going through what I'm going through, right? It's to make sure that I don't sabotage, I don't freak out, okay? It's to watch how smoothly things can go when you don't focus on the negative things. And so far, it's going very well. So that was, it came to my brain, and you know when you sometimes think you're missing something, that was something that was egging at me. So I wanted to just clarify that. And I think that applies even though this is what you're focusing on, which is really good, because in wish fulfillment and the action steps that get you to your wish fulfillment, right? You're learning to speak it into existence. You're learning how to focus. Libra, that's that balance. You already know Libra is justice and balance and all of the things. So when we understand that you're speaking your own greatness, you're doing the work, right? We're constantly thinking about the end result, how it's going to feel, all the things. But are you going out to play? But you can't just think about it. You can't just dream about wish fulfillment, right? That it takes action steps. It takes commitment. It takes showing up and doing the things when nobody wants to show up for you. 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. You're learning what to focus on, and you're understanding that you are the portal. So you have to speak your existence. You speak your greatness. Speak what it is you want. But it's also that I'm going to do that public service announcement. The dive right in is dive right into learning, to getting close to it, to figuring out what it is, to creating that pathway, to creating that commitment. Don't sign contracts. Don't start something really crazy right away, because at the end of the day, when things are moving through like that, it can create, there's lessons in there, and a lot of times the lesson is you getting your ass handed to you. So especially in contracts and stuff, because we just want to rush through to the end result. We miss the sneaky ones, the people that have used their free will to do bad. So just understand that, and always reread. And then it says surrender to the divine, right? You know that to focus on wish fulfillment and all that, you have to surrender to the divine. Now, that does not mean you don't have to do anything. It means you still have to show up. Everything you've learned to this point, you need to show up and continue to do it. Every day you show up and you continue to do it. And you have to trust that the universe is weaving its web, and they're going to bring you the right people, the right places at just the right time. And not on your time, on their time, at exactly the right time, exactly when you need it. And my whole life is a walking testimony of exactly that. You know what I mean? All right, on this Emperor, we're learning the action steps. We're speaking our greatness. We're surrendering. We're not micromanaging the universe. We're just learning and focusing on the end result. But we're not holding on to it, clinging on to it. We're saying, this is where I want to be, and how am I going to get there? What is the action step? A passionate, intense, or mysterious phase, Sun and Scorpio. Passion. How am I going to get there? I'm going to follow my passion. I'm going to understand what it is, how it drives me, and exactly what it is I want to do. And then Cancer, an emotional phase or domestic development, and then we have acceptance, right? You're understanding that to get your wish fulfillment and the Emperor stage, you have to do the action steps. You have to trust that the universe is going to bring it to you. It's going to weave its magical web. And you got to show up every day in that commitment and doing the things. And it's got to be your passion. It's got to be that thing that brings you joy, that makes your heart swell, that actually brings you so much things in the universe, right? It brings you joy. And then you have to accept it. You're the one collaborating with the universe. You are collaborating with the universe. And when you speak it into existence and you follow your joy and you show up, what's going to happen is nothing but short of a miracle. And you're going to see it every single day. I want to add one self-care. I usually do both, and I haven't been. Not because I don't want to, it's just because it depends on where the conversation goes at each time. But the self-care, what are we focusing on? How are we learning to surrender? Yeah, exactly. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Think about recent kindnesses you've experienced and how they have shifted your outlook. What are some ways you can be kind to others around you today? So that's why I was talking about when my car broke down. Look how it happened. Look at the way people showed up and showed out. It could have been far, far worse, but it didn't happen. It happened very seamlessly, very smoothly. Still in the thick of it, right? Still got to build my way out. I still have to play catch up for missed work and all the things, but nobody's freaking out. Nobody's putting that pressure on where I feel like I'm going to die and the whole world's going to fall apart, right? It went seamlessly. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but it's a whole lot different than what it was before. And when you start seeing that and understanding it, we don't get caught in the bad thing that happened, right? Do I care that the car broke down? Yeah, it's not my favorite thing, probably, but look at what it showed me. It showed me the universe is putting to me exactly back what I put out, right? The universe is those kindnesses, the generosity, the way that I am with people. And no, I'm not trying to brag myself up. I'm just trying to make you see what you do, your actions every day, even when you don't think anybody sees it, even when, you're just who you are, right? That mirror that comes back to you in your day-to-day when things happen, that's the kindness, the generosity, that's a mirror. It's being mirrored back to you what you give out. And you're starting to understand that. If I show up and I do the action steps, but I focus on my wish fulfillment. I really want it. This is the feeling, what it's going to do, how I can help other people, what actually brings me joy, my passion. When I show up and I follow that and I do the action steps, the universe is going to absolutely treat me as a portal, and I'm going to start bringing everything that I wanted. I'm going to trust the universe because I know what they do, right? And when you meditate and you focus on that, you're bringing your entire future to this timeline. And it's easy to, I don't want to say easy to ground it, but it takes time and practice and commitment no matter what. Trust the niggle. What is niggling? What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling is your intuitive nudge. That's what's trying to guide you. I actually really, I don't want to, yeah, I'll read it. I'm like, I don't want to read that one because it's a lot of, it's a good one though. It's kind of like a little jokey, not jokey, but it's like lighthearted. Follow the kid in you, follow the joy. I'm almost done, bud. When this one, okay, don't do that. That's not nice. I love you. I see, look at your wild ass hair.
Hurry up.
I can right now. I'm almost done. When I'm done. Angel number 52, which is 7, which is your spirituality connection to the divine, which is still surrender to the divine, which makes so much sense. What I say, 52, eh? All right, 50. Learn how to count today. All right, so that niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Try as you might, it's there, and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and rationalization. Wow, that was hard. To numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we all feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one. Working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? It's an intuitive nudge, right? There's something there that's asking you to learn, to think about, to contemplate, to guide you. If it's something telling you, man, I want to go, I feel like I should go to this grocery store today instead of where I usually go. There's always a reason. The way universe will align meetings, ideas, people, you could be going that one and you hear someone having a conversation about something that you've been thinking about and you're unsure how to take that step. And then all of a sudden you go to that grocery store that you weren't going to normally go and you hear them having that conversation and they give you that idea, like you walk by and you hear that idea that it sparks exactly what you needed to create what you were creating. Following those nudges, trusting them, doing the actions to follow up. So we don't want to upside down the emperor. Doing the actions to follow up is exactly how you get your way to your wish fulfillment. You're starting to trust the universe. You're starting to trust that feeling, the understanding within you. What, Miss Grace? Oh, that's good.
What is it?
It's coconut water.
Can I have some?
Mm-hmm.
Can I taste? Can I put it in a cup?
Yeah, go get a cup. All right, so yeah, follow your passion, follow your joy. July is a good month for Libra. You're going to balance it out. You're going to start trusting your intuition and then doing the action steps. That's how we balance. Everything boils down to balance, which, by the way, Libra, that is your absolute, how I was talking about the the Taurus with the home life, right? The self, the understanding, the balancing of that. You are the balance, right? You are the justice. You bring things into balance. That's what you master, right? So obviously this, when you learn how to take that balance and understand what it is and bring yourself into that, what I need to dream and what I need to do. What are you doing? Did you add water into the coconut water? Oh, my child.
No, I didn't. I want to coconut water.
When you learn to do that, if that's what you master already, that's inherently what you're about, your soul, and that's what you know well. Learning to maneuver it, to adjust it, to do the things for all of that is what you're good at. So it becomes easier for you to do because it is kind of your forte. So basically, the best way to say it is you're taking your strengths, just like Taurus was, what you inherently is your strength, and you're using that strength to balance, to bring up, to raise up your weaknesses, the things that you're maybe not the best at, and you're learning that that's okay to understand that, become aware of it, to figure out what it is, to focus on exactly where it is you're trying to go, and then balance it out with the Emperor, right? Do the action steps to get there. And that's what Libra's mastering. That's exactly what you do to your absolute best. Can I have an angel number for my Libras for the month of July? Something to say, hey, I see you. When they see that number pop up, they know it's just meant for them to say, our angels got our back. To remember to surrender to the divine and to do the action steps to balance it out. That's the one. 0110, your belief system. Authenticity, destiny, inspiration, talents, gifts, self-appreciation, gratitude, and purpose. You are blessed with unique talents and skills that set you apart. Embrace what makes you different. This is your path to success. Trust that your dreams are on the way to becoming reality. Stand tall in your individuality and go after what you truly desire. 0110. That's a really good number. And what you start, and it's also a mirrored number. So when you understand that, the mirrored numbers, when you're doing the things, when you're dreaming it up, when you're getting the idea and all of that, and then you do the action steps, you balance it out, and the end result is it's absolutely the amazing. It's great to focus on your wish fulfillment, what it is, the end result. We're not going to hang on to it so tightly that we're clinging and not focusing on anything else. But we know when we speak it, when we become that portal, when we surrender to the divine by showing up and we follow our passion, the universe is going to mirror back to us exactly what we believe. And when we believe in ourselves and we show up and we do the action steps and we're dreaming it into existence, and then we show up and do the action steps, what's going to happen? Obviously, it's going to come. It's a guarantee. It's going to come. Is it going to come when you want it? Probably not.
And chicken nuggets for dinner?
French fries and chicken nuggets? Really?
Yes. Please.
We got to have a vegetable, too. We can't have just French fries and chicken nuggets. There's got to be a good vegetable. Can I have a carrot? We can do carrots. Okay. Okay, for my Libras, can I have an affirmation to focus out on this wish fulfillment? Oh, there is corn in there, yeah. Give me just one. You did not want that one. What?
How about peach?
Peach?
No, peach.
Peas. We don't have any peas. It's okay. We can have carrots.
Cauliflower.
We have cauliflower, yeah. Okay, I'm focused. I'm almost done. And if you keep messing with me, we're going to not get it done. Okay, so creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. This is your affirmation for my Libras. And the reason this one is important is because when you're trying to create something, when you're trying to build something, you want to make sure your connection with Source is telling them what you want them to ground for you, right? You're doing the action work, but you're dreaming it. You have to be that connection and do the action steps. And to do that, you must trust and surrender to the divine, right? But while you're surrendering to them, you have to speak to the universe. You have to tell them exactly what it is that you want, what you're trying to do. You are your own belief system. What you believe can either help you or it can hinder you. And there's going to be times you're going to have to process and understand which does which, right? So, and those little intuitive nudges, those tiny little nudges, follow them. Don't hide them. Don't weigh them down. Don't worry. Follow them because they're going to guide you, right? Even if it's guiding you to a past what am I trying to say? Like a past thing that maybe was negative or something that wasn't feeling so great. It's telling you to go back there and remember. But focus on the kindnesses. Focus on the good things, what you learned, and how to bring that forward with you. Not the mean, the cruelty, the injuries. Focus on the kindnesses, the inspiration, the things that guide you and help move you forward. And when you focus on it like that, it's inevitable. Your success is absolutely there. So speak your existence. Keep your eye out for 0110. That is your information. That's what you need to do. Focus on that and speak your greatness into this world. Creativity flows from me. I am a divine creator. That's your affirmation for the month of July. Focus on that. And remember, you're a portal. So speaking your greatness is really, really important. To be that portal, you're already opening up your heart and trusting and surrendering to the divine while you're doing it. That portal takes action, right, to connect. It takes action. So not just dreaming it up, understanding we have to speak our greatness, tell the universe exactly what we want, and then speak it into existence and follow up with the action steps. All right? Okay, so I did 3 today. I don't want to overdo it because I've been on here for almost 3 hours. But tomorrow I will be on again and I'll try to do 3 more. What did I want to say? hopefully I get my car back and I'll be working. If not, I will definitely get them done. Otherwise, it will be a little later in the evening when I get my lives done, right? Because I have to balance out work with, feeding the kids, spending time with the kid, doing all those things, and balancing it with these. So to do that, I have to create a space that works.
Mom said my only favorite of all of them. Mom said, but my only favorite of them all.
Who's your only favorite of them all?
Mom said no, but my only favorite of them all is my goalie.
Is your girly?
No, say
My goalie?
no, say it's your goalie.
Is my girly? Who's my girly? I love you. You're so funny. Okay, I'm almost done. Don't poke me in the eye, weirdo. Okay, all right, I gotta go. I love you.
Well,
All right, so that's what I got. And for all you on TikTok that didn't catch it, this one was Aries went to 1 hour 43 minutes. Taurus went to 2 hours 22 minutes, and then Libra at the end. There will be timestamp. You can go to my YouTube to follow me there and watch the replays, which is creatively guided. No, pardon me. Don't let me lie to you. Creativity Guides Me is my screen name on YouTube. Also, my website is creativelyguided.ca. That's for my teas, all of my healing, my abundance bath soak, the gift baskets, all of the services that I offer, whether it's readings. Sorry, I'll put it closer here. Woo, back it up, back it up. It's creativelyguided.ca. These are on my socials. I don't know why is it, because it's focused on me. I don't know, whatever. I tried. But it's creativelyguided.ca. You can go to my YouTube. All of the links are there. Some of them are on my TikTok too. I'm working on uploading all the things. But you can always watch the replays there. And my goal over there is to get to 500 subscribers. So for all y'all that go over to TikTok, to YouTube from TikTok, let me know so I can make sure I'm following you back as we're building and growing. But most importantly,
Mama,
take this time to focus on you. And yes, but I'm talking, so please, nope, I'm not done. So you gotta go. And when I'm done, then we'll have a conversation. I need you guys to understand that even though these are specifically, each thing was talked about per sign, these are something that we should all be striving to do at any given time. The only difference is for like Aries, for Taurus, for Libra, the way the planetary alignments are, certain things are a little easier to focus on, whether it's going inward, whether it's releasing, whether it's dreaming or boosting or learning to connect with spirit. There's always something that's a little easier to focus on that month because of the way the planets align for each sign. So while any and all of these are fantastic for anybody, when I do these, I need you to understand that I'm only letting you know that if you focus on these things a little easier, a little more focused that month, it's going to help you have that moment to make bigger strides, right? Where things might have taken like a week or 3 weeks or 4 weeks, because it's more of a flow thing that you can take like 10 steps instead of one, right? In any direction when you focus on it that way. And that's why I'm doing it the way I do it. Pardon me. Tomorrow, I'm not sure. I don't want to commit to each sign because I kind of shuffle them and start. And then when people come in, if they want one, if they want me to do the other one, if it's not done yet, then I obviously will do that courtesy for people because I love my people. And if you're here, seeing it and asking questions and doing those things live can make it a lot easier, right? So I will be on tomorrow. I cannot promise what signs I will be doing, but either way, we'll be doing 2 to 3 depending on what timing allows. And I appreciate y'all. Go check out my website, creativelyguided.ca. I have all my good stuff there. If you want to book readings, personal readings, you can do that also on my website. Also this weekend, and I think I did it till the 7th. On my website, it's 10% off sale, so it's welcome 10 is the code. I did a post on it on my socials. There's a 10% off everything on the website. 10% off for until I think it's the 7th, so the code's there. Go check out my website, my Google profile, my Google business profile. All of the things that you need to know and understand are there. I appreciate y'all, and I will be back tomorrow with the next 3, and we'll continue on. I appreciate you all so much, and it was actually really good getting to do TikTok and YouTube like this, because instead of having to maneuver and repost and do all the things, I'm allowing it to come up. And I started this way, and it got a little chaotic, but I feel like this way it worked really well, and as long as the internet holds up for it and things are going smoothly, it's beneficial for everybody. Nobody has to wait for reposts and all that stuff. You get your information right away. So that's what I got for the day. I will be back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all. And no matter what, celebrate yourself every step. Every time you make a different decision, every time you choose different, think different, every time you catch yourself in a mindset that's not to your best good. When you catch yourself, celebrate it. Because when we celebrate those wins, no matter how big or small, I promise you, it makes it a lot easier to come back and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. And the more, like they say, practice makes perfect, right? So I love you guys so much, and I hope you have the best day. And I'll be back tomorrow. I love you. Bye. I don't know how to, TikTok, I don't know how to end you yet, so just bear with me. And YouTube, we do the learning. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't even know you could pause it. Look at that. All right. Now, okay, I'm getting out of here. The video will be up shortly. So you can go through. It won't be clipped until tomorrow. Apparently, I can't download it until the next day. So, but I will post a live and then kind of go from there, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. I love you. Thank you, Blessed, for being here. Tomorrow, I don't know who the 3 will be. I figured out how to work TikTok. We're getting there.
Slime?
We're not making slime today.
Mom?
Bye. I love you guys. I'm getting sidetracked.
Mama, who made this?
You made it. Oh, she wants me to show. This is Grace's artwork on her coaster. It's on my mouse pad. It's through the card project, and it's beautiful, and I love that.
It makes me happy.
It does make me happy.
Mom said
Okay,
it
I
makes
love
me
you guys.
happy.
I gotta go. My kiddo did well for 3 hours. I'm actually really surprised.
She's my kid.
I'll be back tomorrow for another 3, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much for the love. Bye, guys. I love you. Oh.